Cool. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Adam. And so for the next few hours, we're going to be playing my game that I wrote called Poltergeist. And you can find that at hawkwindrider.itch.io/poltergeist without the parentheses. And this is for the Roll Plus Bond second anniversary stream. Yay. So again, just as a reminder for anyone who's just popping in, for this stream this weekend, we are raising money for the Native American Rights Fund. This is the oldest and largest nonprofit legal organization with a focus on asserting and defending the rights of Indian tribes, organizations, and individuals throughout America, with a focus on five key areas: preserve tribal existence, protect tribal natural resources, promote Native American human rights, hold governments accountable to Native Americans, and develop Indian law and educate public about Indian rights, laws, and issues. You can find out more about the NARF at narf.org or help us meet our fundraising goal this weekend by going to tillify.com/at roll plus bond or donate.rollplusbond.com. So, for the actual game itself, I am joined here today by, and I don't know who wants to go first. You guys choose.
Hi, I'm Adela. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on Twitter at Aredel, AREDHEL underscore underscore. You can find the games that I write at flowerfay.itch.io, and or you can go and support my Kickstarter for one of the games that I wrote at kickstarter.com/projects/Adela/wisp-RPG. It's a game about Will o' the Wisps.
And I'm Anthony. Pronouns are he, him. You can find me, if assuming that you would want to do so, on Twitter at Fool Inc. And pretty much that's where you'll find me on Discord as well, on any one of these lovely Discords that we share. I really don't have anything to promote, so yeah, you should support the stuff that Adela does. So do that, and also buy this game.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Excellent. Yeah, so this game is it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I think we're just gonna have some wacky duo crimes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do first is I am going to read the introduction to the game itself. Um, per Adela's request, I will read this verbatim from the book. So really, to introduce the game, ghost crimes. That's really it. So y'all are ghosts and you commit crime. The crimes themselves aren't ghosts, however, just you. You're the ghost committing crimes. Though I guess you could be ghosts committing ghost crimes. So my game Poltergeist is a hack of Honey Heist, which is by Grant Howitt. Basically, your team of ghosts just attempting to commit a crime of their afterlives. And so the character, this is going to start off fresh. We didn't do any prep work in advance because everything is done by randomly rolling the dice. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I guess we can just dive right into character creation, yeah?
Mhm.
Sounds good to me.
So
I'm excited to find out who we are.
heck yeah. So so I will be facilitating, I'll be GMing. So I will not be creating a character, but Adela and Anthony are both going to be. They're going to be rolling a d6 to determine a descriptor, the ghost type, and what their role in the heist is going to be. There is also a bonus table where they will determine their outfit, and that's really where things get interesting. I'm very excited for that bit.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah,
I used the wrong. Oh no, I didn't. It worked. Okay. I am 416. I am wacky poltergeist who is the face. Is that like what is the face? I was wondering that.
that's like the smooth talker, the person who like puts up the
Oh
front
no.
and yeah.
Oh no.
All right.
So the
And
opposite of me. All right, it's fine. We'll do it.
so I got 6, and a 1, which means my ghost is ancient. Uh, I'm a spirit, which means I get to possess objects. And the roll is the muscle, which seems weird, but we'll roll with it.
That's so good. Excellent. Oh man, this is great.
Oh no.
Great
Okay.
crew already. Um, so, and then you each will also be rolling a d8 to determine your outfit as well.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I need to do that. Oh no, now I don't know how to spell actual poltergeist. There we go.
Yeah, me too. I did the same thing. I'm like, is there actually an H in there? I don't know. Who's to say?
Okay. Let's see what my outfit is going to be.
good. While I try to.
I'm a pirate.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Wonderful.
Then I will finish up writing the word spirit and then roll.
Also, I apologize for the messy writing. My hands are shaking. And the drawing, none of us are claiming to be artists or uh, letter artists.
Yes, this is the one I
We just
wanted.
thought it would be fun to doodle. What did you get?
I rolled a 3, which means the ancient spirit is a punk.
Yeah.
A pirate and a punk crime duo. Perfect.
Perfect. It's so good. All right. So I don't know. It's completely up to you guys at this point. If you just want to wing your characters, or if you want to spend a couple minutes figuring out like a simple backstory for your ghosts, that's completely up
I
to
don't think
you.
I want a
Both can be fun.
backstory, but I'd like to figure out like a very basic look and a name.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, yes. So for your actual ghosts as well, it is important to note as well that you can name your ghost. If your ghost is so old that its name has been lost to time, you can just make up something that other people can use as well. So, and then just a reminder as well, while your outfit can help flavor your ghost can look like whatever you want. So go wild.
All right. Hmm. Anthony, how is your writing so nice on here? I do
Uh,
not understand.
I'm using a rollerball, so I'm
I'm
going.
using I'm using an Apple Pencil. It should be fine.
I am also writing it really big and then
And then
resizing it.
making it small.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. There you go.
That's the real answer here. Is the secret cheat strat. But
Honestly, that's how I made the title for this game. Is I drew it on a little sketching app on my phone with a stylus, um, really big, and then I shrunk it down so that way it looked a lot
Mhm.
cleaner than it actually is. So if anything, you're really just living in the spirit of the game.
Amazing.
Uh my puns are gonna get me kicked off this stream. It's fine.
I I doubt that.
I've
Yeah,
got one boo at
truly.
least.
Uh, close. Okay, I think I have a name. So
Okay, I'm ready.
it's Ace because this is not obviously the given name, but since I'm ancient, I'm gonna go with I was given a name somewhat recently. But the
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yep.
I see
For
it.
those of you not looking at your monitors right now, the A in Ace sure is kind of looking like an anarchy symbol. Which, hey, may or may not been this ghost's name originally.
Nice.
Who knows?
Excellent. Okay, there's an important question in the chat, Anthony.
Yes.
Does the ghost pirate have a parrot? Or no, the ghost pirate
That's
is
I'm
That's
a
a
Dale.
parrot.
pirate.
Sorry, Dale, it's you. Do you have a parrot?
Um, no, because I am cat. I guess I could
Ah!
still have a parrot, but
You could still have a parrot. That would be very funny. But okay.
I'm a cat who is dwarfed by my hat, so I don't know where the parrot would go other than on top of the hat, I guess.
Maybe it's on top of the hat.
Um, maybe I have a like a toy parrot on top of my
Or maybe
hat.
a plush
Yeah, it's
parrot
a
that's just
plush.
pinned to your
Yeah,
hat.
it's a cat toy that's a parrot, which is on my hat.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah. I often get distracted by the giant feather hanging down off my hat, and we'll just start batting it around instead
So
of
it looks like you have
doing
a
what I
feather
need
in
to
your
be doing.
hat, but if people were to look closely, it's actually a parrot, and it's a toy.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it's one of those like cat toys that has like multiple pieces. So it's just like
Yeah,
it's a parrot that also has a giant feather attached to it for some reason, and maybe some
right. For
bells
for
too.
the they can get play and
Um,
yeah, just what. Yeah. We have successfully made sure we kept up with the bird theming. That is correct.
uh, sorry, I had to mute to cough. I'm trying to think of a good name. Currently, the name that is in my head makes zero sense. That it popped into my head, which is Mr. Couch the Penguin. Um, I don't
Mister.
know where it came from, and I'm sorry.
Mister.
Why are you sorry?
That's the thing. You don't have to apologize. Like you're a cat. You
Uh
apologize for
huh.
nothing. So
So I once knew a cat named Couch, which is where that came from. And the rest of it just happened.
Oh, that's
maybe you were a pirate around like the Arctic or something. A cat pirate.
Yes. Oh no, you know what? I was a cat um that was like colored like a penguin, like a tuxedo cat basically.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um which is now um I do think now I am completely transparent and like pearly white. So you can't really see the tuxedo pattern as much, but there's a vague suggestion of it. Oh, we're getting a portrait
You're
of
you're getting a
Ace.
portrait. Yes.
Okay. Now I feel like I need to make a portrait, but I do not have space left. I'll make a tiny one because I am a very small cat. Um, also, Ace has a mohawk.
yes.
Looks like.
Totally.
Excellent.
Who said you can't use a rollerball mouse for when drawing?
Yeah.
Me. It's me. You can't do this. Is if I end this session without having carpal tunnel, I've succeeded.
How do you draw a pirate hat?
It has a couple points on it, I think. Usually a
Yeah,
tricorn, like with the points and then the yeah. There you go.
that looks too
Honestly,
much
Bill,
like a
you're
wizard
already
hat
doing a
now.
better job than I could be doing. So
What does the top look like? Is it round or pointy?
it's
Or in
both.
between? It's like melty.
No,
It's like bent.
folded in on its. You know what?
Then it looks like a cowboy hat. Like this?
Uh, here, hang on. Because it
I
has a
could
little.
just look it
It
up,
has
but I
the
have
dome
my
in the
hands
middle.
full right
Yeah.
now.
It a tricorn has kind of like a here. You know, here this one even has a feather in it. Hold on. Copy. I just
Is
copy
Ace
it
also wearing a vest?
Yes.
Nice.
here. I will put something in. Should I put this in the Discord or should I put this in the Twitch chat?
Probably the Discord. That is what I'm
Okay.
looking at.
So here, let me. Yeah. So this is pretty standard where it's like a
Okay,
circle
it's a round. Yeah, it's
it's
round.
round,
Okay.
and then it has the three sides that are folded in on itself.
Yeah, got it. I did the bottom part wrong, but it's fine. Um, you know what? I'm gonna start again. Please be patient with me.
We have plenty of time.
Here we go. Let's try this again.
Describe Parrot from memory. No, we found reference images because we are artists.
Yep, that's us. Oh my goodness, I do not know what I'm doing. All right, here we go. That's way worse. I should just put this picture of this hat in here. Um, oh my goodness. Also, Aggie likes to do that sometimes,
Just
where it will just draw a line across the entire page.
say, generally when playing a game, there's a lot of benefits to being the GM, and right now, it's being able to just sit back and watch my friends do all the drawing. Right now, it's great.
We might want you to draw something at some
So
point.
I'm gonna be drawing a lot of stuff once we actually start. I'm
Uh-huh.
sure.
This does not look like a pirate hat. Okay.
I mean, it could look like what your cat thinks is a pirate hat is the thing.
That's fair.
I
I
mean,
think the one I had before was better, but
what do
we'll
cats
go with
know? I
this.
mean, like, let's be
Yeah.
honest.
That
It could also just
it's
be
a
a bowler hat, and then they think it's a pirate hat.
Okay, I'm gonna give up on this.
Well, it's
Maybe
a
if I put
pirate
a
hat
point
because
at
you
the
stole it.
Yeah, there
end.
you
Yeah,
go.
that's also
You want
true.
to vote when you
Okay.
did it.
Okay, but I do also have to draw a uh parrot on top of it.
I mean, uh, ultimately, we
I
aren't looking.
promise I am normally like I am not the best artist, but I'm definitely normally better than this.
Okay,
Just
well,
my
no,
hands are shaking right now,
I'm
which
gonna,
makes it
I'm
a
gonna lower
challenge.
it. Adele is normally an extremely good artist. It's just using not maybe the best app for drawing a thing.
Let's just be clear. The person who drew the lovely hands logo, right? Like that's Adela.
Yeah, and, like, also, Adela literally drew the art for my other game, uh, which, called Sweet Peony, which you can get at, hawkwindrider.itch.io/peony. Adela did all the art for that
And
as
you
well.
said you should get it because it's a very, very good game that I love a lot.
Um, so, on this stream,
Here's the
some nice
parrot.
details.
I think the feather needs to be red. How is the feather attached to the parrot? It just goes like through its wing somehow. It's like this.
It could also be its tail. Its tail could just be, like, really long.
Well, I've already committed to this plan,
Well,
so
That's awesome. That's
yes,
amazing.
absolutely, I I was on the Twitch looking at the chat, so I was a little bit behind on the screen. I mean, whoops.
there we go. There's the cat ghost underneath.
Perfect.
It's
Just
done.
completely obscured by the feather. That is perfect. Is so good. Um,
Ahem.
I love I love both of these ghosts very much. They're so good.
I feel like, um, Anthony, I feel like we've been a crime duo for a while.
Yeah, no, this is
Like we've done a ton of crimes. I was gonna say heists, but probably not only heists.
Just many crimes.
Just many
I mean,
crimes.
it's both of us are pirates in a way,
Mhm. Mhm.
but yes, no. This is old hat.
Mhm. Unlike my pirate hat, which was somewhat new hat. I don't think I was always at least I was probably a pirate before, but I did not have a pirate hat until recently because I stole it in our most recent heist. I
You
probably
just
had the parrot
Wait,
before
yeah, it's
though.
like you just had the parrot, and it was
Yeah.
kind of
Yes. The
it was
parrot just
upsetting.
sat
oh, the
on my
hat's new. Okay, I
head.
gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right,
There's there's a
I'm
request in
ready.
the chat for the tail to come out the other end of the hat.
Oh, yes, good point. Cats have tails. Thank you.
Well, not all of them. Some of them have nubbins.
That is true. That is true. Let's go over here. That'll be a long tail, but it's fine. Boop. There we go.
Excellent.
All right. Now we can do our stats.
So yeah, so for stats, so for those that have not played Honey Heist, which this game is based off of, you're going to start off with two different stats. Your stats are Spook, which is used for ghost stuff. You're going to walk through walls, scare mortals, shake chains, launch books off shelves, and then the stat of Heist, which is used for everything else that's not directly related to being a ghost. Both stats start at 3, so we use a d6 system for this game. Whenever you increase or decrease one of your stats during play, which I'll address as it happens, one stat will go up, the other will go down. So the combining the two stats together, the numbers always add up to 6. So make sure you guys keep track that y'all keep track of your
I've got mine
stats,
written
which
down.
again are starting at 3. Now, I think we're done with character creation. Would you say that we're good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Pretty
Now we
happy with
get
this character.
to the really fun bit, which is where we get to make the heist. So I have a series of tables that I'm going to be rolling on, and I'm going to determine the target. I'm going to determine the location. I'm going to determine the 2 complications, and then something that I'm going to keep from the players is I'm going to determine something that the ghosts don't know about that will be happening.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and roll 4d6 for the first 3 things, and I will do those here. Is it exclamation or forward slash for the before the roll?
Exclamation.
Exclamation. Thank you. All right. So our target for our first heist is we will be stealing a bear. That
Fitting.
bear is located at an old mansion. There are 2 complications. The first is there are ghost sniffing cats. And the second is there are anti-ghost measures.
Which other
This-
than the ghost sniffing cats.
Other than the ghost sniffing cats.
Got it.
Well, those
Okay.
cats shouldn't be a problem.
All right.
What sort of bear is this? Is this a living bear? Are we kidnapping someone? Or
Who's
is
to
this
say?
a bear statue? Do we
It can
know
be whatever
before
you
we
guys.
start?
I could make it a surprise, or you guys could just decide on your own, and we can plan for it beforehand. It's up to you guys. You're the ones who want to steal a bear. I mean,
Yeah. Do you have any ideas, Anthony?
Kind of undecided at the moment.
So here's the pitch for if it is a living bear is that we could be kidnapping Craig.
Well, yeah, no, we're kidnapping Craig. Like
Because
that's
we need him because we need him to be the producer of our podcast.
yes, this is
Our
exactly
crime
the yes.
your ghost cast.
podcast. Our ghost crime podcast on pirate radio.
Operation Pirate Radio is a go.
I mean, you know.
Now that I've said that, that is what I want to do. If everyone is okay with it.
I mean, I'm definitely down with it, 100%. It's just a matter of if Anthony's good, then we're all good.
Oh, we're good.
Oh,
We've heard about the best audio producer in the land who can do all of the jobs, and we're like, we need that on our team. We need him on our team. And how do we get someone on our team? By kidnapping them, obviously.
Well, how did
all
we get the hat? Come on.
Yeah, we kidnapped it.
right. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Are we ready to start the heist? Does anyone have any last minute additions,
Mhm.
questions? All right, cool. So pull up the Aggies drawing. All right, so we're gonna start off at. So y'all are standing outside this just absolutely massive mansion. If I can actually, huh? I'm not. It's not letting me draw. That's interesting. Well, I was gonna draw something, but I guess now I'm not.
Oh no. Do you need to make a new layer
Uh,
or go on another layer?
layer 5 apparently is free. Let's go back to that one. Yes. No, I'm on layer 5. What?
Do you have something
Um,
selected? Because
n-
sometimes if you have something selected, then drawing will not work.
no. Let me. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I see a
So
line.
yeah, so you are all approaching just this really big mansion, and it has like little castle turrets on the sides. It's almost like it's a mini castle. But for some reason, it has the turrets and everything for a castle. That's made of stone and brick, but then the house itself is this just giant wooden mansion. It's
Hmm.
got this really really big double wooden door. It's got a bunch of windows. This looks like a person from Minecraft sticking their hands up in the air and screaming. That's fine.
Yes, it does.
Well, this is off to a great
Cannot
start.
unsee.
Yeah,
It's a it's an amazing start.
It is.
great. No, it's wonderful. And then there's also a big gate that is in blocking you from getting in right now.
Okay. So this is like a fenced in property, a
Yeah,
walled in
and it
property.
says, note, there's a sign on it. I'm not going to draw the sign because I don't want to draw a bunch of words right now. It says, no trespassers, especially no ghosts.
Perfect.
Rude.
And this is where our heist begins. So we have Mr. Couch the Penguin and Ace. How do you want to proceed?
uh
Hmm.
okay, so we're a muscle and a face. Neither of us are very tactical.
Tactical. Oi, what are you talking
No-
about? I ta- I tactically hit people with stuff. It works every single time.
All right, that's fair. Um, I mean, I think we should toilet paper the mansion first. It'll be a
Sounds
distraction.
profitable.
Yeah.
Yes. Brilliant plan.
Yes. Just need to get some toilet paper. Oh, it's a big mansion. I bet they have toilet paper in there.
Ooh, yes, we should get in there and then get the toilet paper, come back out, and then yes,
Toilet
this is
paper
gonna
the
be great.
mansion, then go
Yes.
back in, bring some extra toilet paper we can use just if in case we need to tie up Craig, just in case he's not, you know, super in on the plan. Um,
Only if it's 2 ply. It's 1 ply not gonna work.
I'm sure it's 2 ply. This is a giant mansion. They would
You're
not
right.
have one ply
What am I thinking?
toilet paper.
That's why you're the brains.
So that means we need to get inside first. I mean, we could just slip through the gate. We're ghosts. So let's do that.
Okay, so are you guys just gonna try to walk through the gate?
That's what Mr. Couch the Penguin's gonna do.
Okay, so you walk through the gate, and the big sensor, sorry, a big alarm starts going off as you activate the anti-ghost measures.
Mr. Couch the Penguin yells and like runs beelines towards the the castle. The noise scared him.
Funnily enough, though, the alarms only last for like a couple seconds. It seems like this was just a like, hey, beware! I know you're a ghost. So it doesn't seem like anyone's responding to it yet. It's just more of a
Got it.
Do I see a speaker anywhere?
Um, yeah, on the far corners, on the left and right of the fence, there are two speakers, one in each corner.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this problem. I'm gonna find a rock, possess it, and throw it at the speaker.
Oh
Okay.
right, you're a spirit. You can possess things.
That's why I was like, oh, muscle, ancient spirit, and muscle. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so I'll let you decide. Do you think this is something you can just do, or do you want me to make you roll for this? Do you think?
Roll, 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 roll.
I mean,
You gotta
Okay.
make rolls.
yeah.
So you're trying to bludgeon a. You are trying to bludgeon a speaker with a rock. You are possessing the rock. So for the rules for doing actions, when you act and the outcome is in doubt, roll a d6. If it's equal to or lower than the relevant stat, the outcome is a success. If it's higher, you fail. If you have a relevant role and/or ability, you roll 2d6 and you take the highest. So, because you are a spirit possessing a rock, I will give you 2d6 on this roll. You are bludgeoning this thing, so I will make this a heist roll.
Okay. Well, good thing both of them are threes. So, gonna roll 2d6 and hope that one of them is. Wait, you mean lower? When you're reading the,
Yeah, you
I
want
think
3 or
the,
lower.
yeah, cool. Ooh, a
All
three.
right.
Just hit it. It was a 4 and a 3.
So you do succeed. Now, real quick before I narrate what happens, one thing to keep in mind as well is that your stats will change. So when your plan goes off without a hitch, move 1 point from spook into heist. So you succeeded on the roll, so you're going to take 1 point away from spook, reducing it to 2, and put into heist 4. Anytime you fail a roll, you move 1 point from heist into spook. Now, you can always voluntarily move 1 point from spook to heist by flashing back to your haunted house, where you and your fellow ghosts sit in the damp cellar preparing for the heist. And you can do that once per action. So, all right. So I think you just zip into a rock. Does the rock just start like floating up and then just yeet itself at the speaker? Is that
Oh
kind of what
yeah,
you do? Okay.
100%.
Just smack, and then a second smack as you pivot around and just obliterate the speaker. The second speaker.
Problem
Cool.
solved.
All right. Are you following Mr. Couch the Penguin into the through the gate then?
Now that I've fixed this tactical problem, yeah, we're good.
Excellent. You pass through the gate and nothing happens because you destroyed the speakers.
See?
Wonderful. Um
Mr. Couch the Penguin is sitting, licking his back as if nothing had happened.
All right. What do you guys do next?
Uh, my first thought is a very bad idea.
Oh, so you clearly you have to tell us.
Yeah.
You're
I
legally obligated.
I would I my first thought is to run up to the door and just scratch on it. I would like to, try to, um I would like to try to impersonate one of the ghost sniffing cats because I am a cat.
Okay. All right. Um yeah. Give me a heist. And so I know you're already a cat. I'm seeing if one of specifically it's if one of your
I'm
tags
a I'm
fits.
a I'm I'm
You
I
are
have the prank skill, I'm a prankster. I would
that is true.
consider trying to impersonate another cat to be a prank.
I think that I'll give you one because if it's not prank, then you're also the face, so you're good at
Yeah,
fitting it.
communication.
Yeah, so give me a 2d6 heist roll and take the best one.
Uh, that's a 6 and a 2, and I needed to roll lower, right? So,
Yeah, lower is good.
cool.
So,
Alright.
um
I scratch on the door.
okay. So I think what you do is you find that there are other like cat scratch marks from where they scratch when they want to be
Mhm.
let in,
Mhm.
and you kind of do your
Mhm.
best. You kind of let out a couple of meows to,
Yep.
when cats want to get in places. That was my cat also
Yowls.
today. Just that mournful meow,
Yep. Yep,
meow.
exactly.
Um,
Have I taken off my pirate hat? No.
and I think that um, yeah, I think that you hear footsteps coming to the door, and the door kind of just creakily swings open a crack, and you hear a woman's voice say, "All right, dearie, you can come in. You've done your job for now. It's fine."
This sounds like a perfect
I
opportunity for somebody get scared.
Nice.
Uh,
Mr.
so
Couch the Penguin saunters in through the door.
and
Wait a second,
oh,
you're not Mr. Snufflepups. You were doing
Meow.
something, Anthony.
yeah, no. And then the woman hears, "No, no, that cat isn't. Boo."
You just walk right in this old woman's face and just go, "Boo."
Yep.
All right. Well, give me a spook roll. This is definitely um this is definitely 2d6. You have yeah. Uh-huh. Go ahead. You want to get a 2 or lower because you have a 4 in heist and a 2 in
That's correct.
spook.
No,
Oh,
double
no.
threes.
All right. Well, so you can put a point back from heist into spook because you
Yep,
failed that.
that is correct.
I've got to figure out what I think is most entertaining to happen right now. So the good news is I think that her attention is no longer on Mr. Couch the Penguin.
Success.
Um I think I think what she does is you just hear her just like she just kind of takes this quick step back and just goes, "Mr. Snufflepuffs, there's a ghost in my house." And you just hear scampering from around the corner is this just really, really fat cat. Like, what's the I think it's is it the animated Cinderella that has the really, really big fat cat that chases the mice?
Yes, I
Yeah,
believe so.
like that kind of cat. Just mean looking, big, fat, and is just uh trucking its way right over to you right now. It is Yeah, it's heading your way. You are still at the front of the door, and
Can I
so
attempt
you're headed.
to
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was gonna attempt to, like, sneak through the nearest open door before Mr. What is his name?
Mr. Snufflepuff. I will
Snufflepuff.
text
Mr.
you.
Snufflepuff arrives. You cut out for a second there. What did you say?
No, I'm just saying I'm typing it in the chat, in the Twitch
Oh,
chat,
got it.
so people see how it's spelled. So you want to sneak into into a doorway, into an end.
Yep, the nearest open door.
All right. I think that you're able to just do this because her attention is on the ghost that's right in front of her face.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I think you can just, yeah, you just sneak into the door. And I think you find yourself in this massive dining room. It has one of those like obnoxiously long tables,
Mhm.
and it looks like there are dinner plates set up on each end of the really long end. So like there's two people eating, but they have to shout across the really long table in order to talk.
Mhm.
And it looks like so there's like a silverware setup. There's no plates yet. It looks like dinner has not been served yet. Um, and you can see a doorway on the opposite end, the long way, and then there's another doorway closer to you, and you can hear sounds of cooking and stuff going on in that through that other
Hmm.
doorway.
Well, that's not helpful. I need to find a bathroom. Um, uh, hmm. Honestly, I feel like Mr. Couch the Penguin would just turn back around and go back out into the hallway and start trotting down the hallway looking for the bathroom.
All right, so you kind of just start strolling off. Let's cut back to Ace. Ace, there is this just massive cat just hauling its way towards you. What would
Is,
you like to do?
is there a I don't know, like a dresser or like a shelving unit anywhere near or in between myself and the cat?
So the so let me just start. So the cat was outside the house and is like
Oh,
rounded the corner and is charging in. You're standing in like in the doorway, like face to face with this old woman who's kind of just like screaming for her cat.
I'm a ghost. I'm a spirit. I can just go straight through this person.
Okay,
I'm going
yeah.
in. I'm going in, and as I'm going in, I possess like it's the entryway, so I'm guessing there's some sort of like coat dresser. I'm possessing it and knocking it over so that the cat has to get over it.
Yeah, so there's like a wardrobe for hanging your coats nearby, and you
Yeah.
just kind of go through the woman. The woman's like, "Ugh, I hate this feeling. That's why I don't like ghosts." And then you possess a the wardrobe. Go ahead and give me a heist with a 2d6 because you're possessing, just to see if you possess it and like knock it over in time. And you have threes in both of your stats right now, so you should just need a 3 or lower.
That second roll's coming in real handy because the first
It,
one was a 6 and the last one was a 1.
I think so. Possessing the object is what's enabling him to do the. So Dela asked if that possessing would be a spook, which I think yes, but the object was to knock an obstacle down, and they were using their possessive ability to do that. So it could go either way. I think in this case, because the stats were even, it less matters. But
Yeah.
yeah, that is a good point. But yeah, so you kind of just go in, you possess this wardrobe, you kind of like wobble it over, and what just kind of like wedge it into the doorway.
Yeah, it's just actually story time. So back in high school, I was in for senior year, in AP Calculus with all like the people who were like generally like valedictorian, salutatorian type of people. Um, and we didn't respect or like the teacher. She was not a pleasant woman. She wasn't the greatest at teachers. We kind of sort of treated her like how like bad children would teach a sub. And yeah, so one time she was outside the door, and then we took the supply, or somebody took the supply because it wasn't me. Some well, no. To be fair, it wasn't me. I'm an enabler. I'm not the person who actually would do something bad. Us be like, yeah, sure, you should do that. Yeah, sounds like fun. But it moved it in like the cabinet that you would have like extra books or whatever supplies into the like in front of the door so the person cannot get through. So that is exactly what's happening. It's not it's since I got a 1, it's less of like just tumbling over and more like sliding the, the dresser drawer just straight in front of the door.
Amazing.
So good. Um, yeah. So you do that. You like wiggle into place, and about a second later, you just hear thud as
Oh
sounds like Mr. Snufflepuffs
no! Oh
just
no!
ran headfirst into the wardrobe. Um. Hey, Adela, what's what's your cat up to right now?
Um, can I say that I have found a bathroom,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
would you like me to roll to find a bathroom?
I No, I think you can just find a bathroom at this point. I think while this has been happening on you, just been like sticking your head through doors, just like bathroom, no, bathroom, no, bathroom, yes.
Yep, basically. In that case, when we pan back to me, I am doing the thing that cats do with toilet paper, where I'm standing on my back legs and clawing at him, pulling it all off of the roll to pile up on the floor at my feet. Um,
Uh
and then I'm gonna grab the end of it in my mouth and run back out the door,
huh. Excellent. So,
dragging it behind me.
so okay, I have a question. Did you just grab like one end of it, and are you just dragging like a line of the toilet paper, or did you like grab the whole bundle at once?
Um, I feel like we need more than one roll to paper the house, and so I, I guess
No, I mean like so you've pulled it all off because you did the
yeah,
cat thing, so it's all in a
yeah.
pile. Did you then
I
just
think
like
I
yeah?
I was picturing that I like grabbed a bundle of it, but the rest of it is trailing behind me. Like there is still a lot trailing behind me.
Excellent. So,
And maybe this is magical toilet paper and it's just really really long, like too long for the size that it was. So I don't need to get more.
I think that I think you found just the right amount of toilet paper for if you want
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
TP the house.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah. So where are you heading now?
I guess I'm going to run upstairs because I think it would be easier to start from upstairs. I want to run up one of the towers.
Okay. Um. Ace, do you want to have joined them at this point?
Yeah, no, that seems like a
I think that the elderly woman is just like Mr. Snufflepuffs and is trying to like unjam the wardrobe from the doorway. So I think that if you fled and rejoined, you could.
yeah. I think I was
Mhm.
just like, of course I'm just like looking for stuff at this point. I probably lost like forgotten exactly what we were supposed to be doing and just randomly happen upon Mr. Couch. Because as you know, I'm a very old spirit.
You are very old. It's true.
um
Oh,
Huh?
actually, quick, Adam, can you like grab and shrink the house?
Yeah, I was just about to oh there's my tap. I was just about to either get rid of it or
Oh,
yeah,
I
shrink
would
it.
shrink it, and then we can keep.
I shrink thing.
It's so it's the like the square
Right,
with
so
like four
I
little other squares,
got it. Tiny mansion. Oh, no. Let me grab.
and then yeah, you have to go
it's not
click the
small.
move button to move it back.
There you go.
It's a couple steps. They're perfect.
Beautiful. Tiny Minecraft man.
Minecraft
Minecraft
man.
mine.
Minecraft.
Ah, help me out.
um are we running up the like is it like a spiral staircase in the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
tower? Um
I
I would
think
like
that
to mention that the way that Mr. Couch the Penguin runs is like if anyone has seen The Secret of Kells, and I will send a gif of this. There's a cat ghost in that, which I believe is kind of what the way this cat ghost looks. Oh no, that's not a gif. That is an image. Hang on. But it kind of flows, and it sometimes it has four legs, and sometimes it just has like ghost wisps.
oh,
Um,
that's so good.
Well, yeah.
and hang on, let me. The cat's name is Panger Ben, and it is very good. And I love it very much. Uh, where did I save it to?
The only thing about Aggie is like I want to have like a feature to copy and paste pictures in. And then it would be perfect.
Yeah, there might be some way to do it, but I have not discovered it. Um, anyway, this is uh, loading a GIF of Pangerban flowing downstairs, but I'm imagining it's the same thing except going upstairs uh, with a giant pirate hat on.
Ooh. Can you paste that into the Twitch chat?
Yes, let me. I cannot figure out how to do GIFs from Google Images because if you copy it, it doesn't work. You have to save
Oh,
it, but then if you save it, it doesn't always work either. So,
'cause I don't
attempting
know the
again.
property, apparently. Oh, there we go. Somebody in the chat is nice.
Someone
So,
managed
no,
to
no, no,
figure
no,
it
no. It
out.
was like I didn't know how to spell Panger. I was like,
Oh,
jizz. Ooh, I like this one. The image address. Got it, I
yes,
think.
it's a very cool ghost cat who flows like a weird wisp of ghostness, but the shadow that it casts is just like a cat. Um, so yeah, I'm imagining that's what Mr. Couch the Penguin is kind of like, plus pirate hat.
Excellent. No, that's great. Um, so you're running up the one of the turrets, and so you're just trying to TP the house at this point, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I think you make it to the top of this turret. There's just kind of an empty room up here, and then there's a ladder leading up to the actual like top like part, the outside part. And when you scale that and you're outside now, you look across the way, and in the opposite turret, you can see a light on in a room, and you can just make out what looks like an ear from a bear, like they're just like poking next to the window. So, like someone's sitting
Hmm.
by the window, you can see a bear's ear just in view.
I think that's a bear.
Uh, yeah, Mr. Couch the Penguin drops his bundle of toilet paper out of his mouth and is like, "Let's get him."
So he brought all that toilet paper up.
Distracted. We're distracted.
Okay,
We could
so
TP the house after if this is a success, you know.
Adam, we are professionals, okay?
again, this is on.
We're
So again,
professionals.
looking at my
We know what
little,
we know what our heist is. What our job.
just looking at my little Minecraft man. You guys are in the left arm, and you can
Mhm.
see this in the right arm. So how are you getting over there?
Okay.
So I actually Ace has an idea. He has an idea. It's he's
Mhm.
gonna take control of the toilet paper. I'm gonna throw it to the other end, and then That's how you're gonna get across, and then I'll
Perfect.
be on the other side because I that's how the that's how
Yep.
possession works, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Um, I think that you can give me. I don't know. Would you say this is a spook or a heist? I think this is heist because you're not doing something directly related to being a ghost, but you're possessed. Yeah, but that's the one thing that I trip myself up on my own rules, mind you. Whether
Yeah.
possessing automatically makes it spook or not.
So,
Mm.
I'm not doing any well, I don't know, yeah, because like, let's just
You're
read
doing
the
it
rule.
to I feel like it's more spook because you're just doing it to get somewhere,
Yeah, I'm not
and
Yeah.
if if we say that every step towards achieving the heist is a heist roll, then we will never roll spook.
No, that's fair. Okay, yeah, go
I
ahead and
also yeah, like, I could argue, like, in this situation too, that it's spook because we're not getting Craig out with the like, somehow magically making this a rope or something, like, it's
yeah, that's true.
yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah,
let's
go ahead and give me a spook then.
alright, so that's this time, this is not a muscly thing, so we're just going 1d6.
Um, there we
Okay,
go.
it took its time to roll, and then it failed me.
You could use 2d6 because you're using your ability.
Oh, true, true, true.
He rolled a 5, by the way, so this needs to be a 2 or lower, I think,
Nope, it's a 4,
and it's
so
not.
but it gets spookier.
So I mhm. I think that you make it across, and there is now a toilet paper bridge here, for Mr. Couch the cat to cross.
Perfect. I would love to do that. Do I need to do a roll to run across the toilet paper bridge?
Because he failed, yes, you do.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Uh,
interesting.
yeah,
Um,
that's going to be a heist because this isn't a ghost activity.
Running across a toilet paper bridge is not a ghost activity. Okay.
You're 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 able to do it because you're a ghost and not a
Yeah.
person.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is a feat of acrobatics, not a
Uh-huh.
feat of being a ghost.
That is fair. Okay. What do I want then? I want to roll. I have a 2. I know I have a 4 in heist. So,
Yes. So you need a 4 or lower,
okay.
and you
And
have
I'm rolling 1.
1. No,
Uh
no!
that was a 6.
No! That is a 6. Well, good you can bring so you're, oh, yeah, don't
Do I
forget
get
to
TP'd? Do I get rolled up in the toilet paper?
I so real quick, Anthony, don't forget to change your stats over because you failed that roll,
Oh, I did,
already.
right?
Uh,
It was or was I supposed to go the opposite direction?
Now you go the opposite direction because you failed.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
you now
so
have,
Uh,
I think, 4 in Spook, 2 in Heist.
no, no, no,
Uh,
so I would
I
have
should
1. I made the error, so I have 1 in spook then.
and 5
yeah,
in
'cause
Heist?
Yep.
Okay.
um, I failed
And
again, so I should be back to balanced, right?
balance, yes. So
Yeah.
real quick, before we get to what happened to
Oh,
Mr.
oh,
Couch, just one thing I will be reading from my rule book now here as well is is just some of the end conditions. So of course the game ends when we successfully complete the heist. So on. There's a couple other things there. Now there are 2 specific conditions that can stop the heist in its tracks at any time. If
Dear.
your heist stat ever reaches 6, you are lured into a life of crime and you betray your partner, the party. If your spook stat ever reaches 6, you lose control of your spectral form, going on a rampage that will last until a professional ghost hunting unit captures you.
Amazing.
So,
Since
and
we are doing multiple heists, will this just be like a time skip to our next one? Then we just don't get to succeed at this heist?
yeah, that's what
But
I'm
one of
thinking.
those things would still happen?
Yeah, and then you can
Yeah.
address it for the next one, or we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah. Cool. All right, good to know. Anthony is pretty close there.
Yeah. Now,
Uh,
oh wait, hang on. Oh, Anthony, sorry, you failed. Sorry. You should have 5 in spook and 1 in heist.
So just to say, I started with 2 in spook and 4 in heist before the roll.
yeah, so you would have
Oh,
gone
sorry,
back.
you should have gone 3 and 3. Sorry, I
Okay,
must
You
have.
should
cool.
have been. Yeah, you would be back to 3 and 3 then,
Yeah,
Sweet.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood where
which is
you
good.
were at where you started. That's good, but okay.
Yay!
Either way, still good to know. All
Okay, cool.
right.
I was correct in
We're-
the first time. I just didn't announce tell you that I was moving.
Yeah, no. That's fine. It's good.
Also, I hope everybody likes the little addition that I made to the house.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like that anymore, even though it's
Uh,
very
uh,
cute. Because, yeah, you take like a step on it, it's fine. It's fine. You make it about halfway through, and the toilet paper on the end you just walked away from snaps. You grab onto this cling with your claws onto the
mm,
toilet paper, but you start spinning and rolling, and you have wrapped yourself up into a bundle of toilet paper and are now dangling from the rightmost turret, just kind of swinging, tied up in toilet paper. Uh,
perfect.
think Emperor's New Groove when they get tied up in the rope
Yes,
in the bridge.
yes. Yep, that's what I had in my head. The is the toilet paper still possessed, or is it just toilet paper now?
It's up to, I think it's up to Anthony. I mean, I don't know if he
Yeah,
was
where is Ace?
sleeping
Is Ace
warm.
still there?
Ace is still the toilet paper.
All right.
Okay. Well, good news. You've caught you've caught Couch Penguin in your toilet papery grasp.
Is there like like a obviously we were trying to go from top to top, but like is there like a window on like a different
Uh,
level?
yeah, sure. I bet that there's probably just some windows that are kind of spaced out, going up the turret with like little like lights you can kind of see beaming out. I bet you could probably, because you're in control of the toilet paper, I bet you could probably just uh swing Adela's cat into one pretty straightforward.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably the plan is just to swing in, let our lovely cat friend in, and then unpossess and appear next to Mr. Couch in
Yeah,
whatever room we ended up in.
that'll work. So I think y'all appear. You're like maybe 2/3 of the way up the turret. I don't think that. And I think you're in a. There's a little there's like a little nook. I think it's a utility closet is what it is. So you kind of pop in, and then there's just like brooms and mops and buckets.
Perfect. Also, Mr. Couch, the penguin, like yowled as he was being swung in through the window. He was not expecting that.
Meow.
Yeah. And then like stands there with all of his fur on end,
Uh-huh.
his hat lopsided, and is
You're
just like
fine.
Your tail is just
hisses
Mm,
at Ace.
You've seen worse.
You gotta warn me next time at least.
all right. So yeah, you guys are 2/3 of the way up the tower. You're in a little utility closet. Um, how would you like to proceed?
I think
All right,
Ace
what's
just
the
looks at Mr. Couch like, what next?
well we made it to where we meant to go. Um I think Mr. Couch still has like toilet paper wrapped around one foot that's like trailing behind him a little bit. Um
Wait.
uh
Can I make a suggestion here?
yes.
Instead of it being on the foot, it's actually now like tied a little bit around the neck,
Mm.
and now it's a scarf.
Toilet paper scarf.
Yes. um all right. we are in the tower. We need to plan our next move. Okay, so far we have not done much planning, and I don't think that it has gone very well.
I don't know. It seems like it's going pretty well to me.
We have never kidnapped a bear before.
Wait, we're kidnapping a bear? I don't understand.
Yes, we're stealing a that's what this whole thing is about. Ace.
Wait, Craig's a bear?
Yes. Oh, what?
Oh.
Yeah, what did you okay.
Hmm.
Yes, we have to steal a bear.
Oh, I thought that
What
was
are we gonna do? What?
never mind, never mind, never mind. Different bear. Okay.
So I have so here's the thing. I have my my uh my parrot. My parrot is full of catnip. Um it's
Uh-huh.
a little bit distracting, but
I was about to say your restraint is like fantastic. If
thank you. Thank you. I've had much practice. Uh it's full of catnip. It also, I've heard that catnip um has different effects on other animals, and that larger animals sometimes get put to sleep by it. That's kind of what I'm hinging this whole plan on. So,
Also, a
what
shout
if
out to chat saying that y'all have huge pinky in the brain energy. Excellent.
yes, yes.
so we need to get Craig to well, I mean, what do you think? We could try to just make Craig come with us. Tell him about our cool crime podcast, and maybe he'll love it. But
Why
on the
wouldn't he
off
love
chance
it?
that he will not love that idea, I have the catnip. But then we have to figure out how to get him out because he is a bear
I mean,
and
he's
we are
bear.
not very large.
I don't see the problem. He's a bear.
I suppose we can just float him.
So, just to make sure that I understand, the plan right now is to go up, march into Craig's room,
Hmm.
explain to them your idea for the podcast, and if he says no, drug him with catnip.
Yep.
Actually, quick question. Do I see like
Hmm.
a large area rug? Like a
What?
like a like I guess not area rug, but like a actually no area rug. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I think that when you looked in the window, I think you saw a rug on the floor
Sweet. Okay, we're good.
for Craig's room. Yeah,
Perfect.
excellent.
We're gonna show Craig the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys proceeding up the tower?
Hmm.
Yep.
Excellent.
That
Okay,
same
so I think
flowing up the staircase again.
I think you guys make your way up the stairs again. Very familiar, very similar layout as the other turret. You see the door to Craig's room is already cracked ajar a little bit.
Hmm.
Do you all just walk in?
We hear the lo-fi beats to
Yeah, I think you hear some
whatever.
lo-fi beats and you hear a little bit of murmuring slash growling.
All right. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna slip in through the crack of the door.
Excellent. And this is where I am deciding to do my but little do the ghosts
Oh
know.
no, I forgot about that.
I rolled a 6, which is a blank make up your own and I've been trying to think of what the best answer here is. And what I think has happened is that you sneak in through the crack and you see this little bear cub with little headphones on listening to lo-fi beats, looking at three full-size bears as a two full-size bears as a rival crew of bears has also showed up to try to kidnap Craig for
Oh
their
no, there's a bear podcast.
Mm.
Well, they want Craig for it.
And Craig is a little bear. Oh
Craig's
dear.
a little bear. Craig's a bear cub. These are
Mm-hmm.
2 full-size bears.
Perfect.
What do you
Okay.
have to do?
What are we gonna do?
Do
They haven't noticed me.
So
Um,
things.
okay, well now this has become a rescue. Um,
Craig rescue.
Oh,
so
hold up.
if yeah,
Do I see like a a ball or something?
Um,
Or-
uh,
Actually, no. Actually, I think I have a sillier idea. Is there an umbrella?
yeah, there's an umbrella.
Sweet. Okay. So, um, okay, Adela, you can go back and because like I apologize for cutting you off,
oh no, it's okay.
but
Uh,
I'm ready now.
I do not remember what I was going to say, but it
Oh
wasn't
no.
a move that I was going to do. It was just a um, maybe if the if we rescue Craig from the crime bears, Craig will be more
Hi,
interested in
bear.
joining our crime podcast. Wait, in that case, wait, that I've okay, now I'm imagining that like Mr. Couch and Ace are like huddled by the door whispering to each other and Mr. Couch is like, "Okay, but if we're going to rescue Craig from the crime bears, should we wait until they already kidnap him so that he knows he's been kidnapped and then we can rescue him? Or should we preemptively kidnap him and then
I
tell him that we
Okay.
rescued him
Okay.
from the bears?"
And I think in the most comical fashion, like this is obviously a cartoon. You were asking that lovely question, face panned right at you, cuts back. There is no Ace anymore.
oh no.
Ace has decided that we are preemptively stealing Craig.
Okay.
And as an ancient spirit, Ace does have a remember that bears don't actually like um it's a weird
Umbrellas?
thing. It's
Wait,
opening and closing an umbrella.
indoors?
Yep.
Is it?
Oh, they're superstitious.
Oh no,
Are they
well,
just
so I literally googled this and I was like bear detriments big here. And since we have the time, big beach balls tossed at bears are often scare them as you opening and closing umbrellas, shaking a big tarp or a garbage bag, banging pots and pans. If a bear Oh
okay?
no, I actually have to read this. If a bear climbs up a tree to escape, yell at it and beat the base of the tree with a baseball bat or a heavy stick. Why? Why would the second part be in
This,
this
hang on.
webpage?
This stream is now bear fact. Hold on. You're telling me that if I see a bear climb up a tree, I shouldn't run or walk away. No, I should find a baseball bat or a stick and just start banging on the tree where the bear is.
I am
That
posting
poor
the
bear.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
like, I get the first part, like, hey, if a like obviously
Yeah.
usually you'd see a bear in like camping, so like, oh, a big beach ball, that makes sense. Opening and closing umbrellas, like making
Right.
noise and stuff. The second sentence is just like mean. Like, if it's going up a tree, you've done the thing. Why?
Right. It's not gonna like do. It's
Is
not there. It's not like a drop bear. It's not gonna leap from the tree and try to
Yeah,
eat you.
but yeah, the idea is now to open and like Ace is just like opens up the door and is opening and closing this umbrella to scare away the bears. Or actually,
Okay.
sorry. Let me rewind 1 second. He opens the door, yells, "Craig, close your eyes," and then does the and then opens and closes the umbrella because he doesn't want to scare poor Craig.
You just want to scare Craig away, of course. I was gonna ask. I didn't want to say anything. Um, okay. Give me a spook roll.
Right.
This is definitely a spook.
Yes.
A spook. 2d6. You need a 3 or lower. One thing as well, that just because we're getting towards the end of, I think, this specific heist, once per heist, um, your fellow ghost can help you.
Ooh.
Uh, just basically say, "Hey, I'm going to help out," and then they give you an additional d6 on top of what you're already rolling. Um, but this can only be done once per heist.
Um,
So if you want
okay.
to, you can. But I should have mentioned that earlier. I just forgot.
Well, this
I
seems
would
like a good
like to,
moment. Yeah.
yeah, I would like to help.
So how are you
Trying
helping?
to think
Yeah.
what I can do to help. Can you read that list of things they don't like again? Bears don't like.
Okay. Big beach ball being
Mhm.
tossed at them.
Mhm.
Opening and closing an umbrella.
Mhm.
Shaking a big tarp or garbage bag, and banging pots and pans. So loud noises, which is good.
Um,
Good because I'm guessing Craig might have less of a issue with that if he's listening to some music.
yeah, true. Um, I don't. We're not in a room that has pots and pans, um, or a big tarp. Uh, I guess I'm just gonna throw my pirate hat at them and hope that they think that it's a beach ball.
No, well,
Okay,
oh, hold up.
my
Is the
favorite
parrot
thing.
on the hat?
Well, I was thinking about throwing the parrot, but I feel like it's not big enough.
Well,
So,
is
I
it?
guess it's colorful, and the colorful thing is maybe the thing about the beach ball that's more scary than the
Well,
size of it.
you
The
mentioned
thing
that
that's
that
flying at
that's a
them.
drug parrot, or
It is a
that.
drug parrot, but I guess we could
Oh,
put
you can put
the
the
bears to
bears to
sleep.
sleep.
So, so I'm gonna
Make
take the
them
parrot
scared awake.
off my hat by the feather and swing it around like a lasso by the feather, and then let it go with the hope that it will explode right in between, not explode, but like fall apart a little bit in the middle of the two bears so that they will uh smell
They'll
the catnip.
leave, and then
Um,
they'll get scared by
and
the.
also while I'm doing that, I'm gonna yell, "Craig, hold your breath!"
All right, I'm gonna roll this and come
Go,
on,
go,
karma needs to have this happen.
choose the best.
That's 2 1s and a 4.
There you go.
What did we need?
Yeah. So go ahead
Yes.
and yeah.
Well, the
Um,
2, like one of the ones would have just got it, but no, we had 2 because
Yeah.
both of our
Yeah.
plans succeed.
Yeah.
so,
So Spook
So
goes
little
before.
Craig is now sitting there with like his headphones still in, but his eyes are closed and he's holding his breath.
yeah. So Craig cannot hear, see, or smell right now.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I think you throw your toy, it like rips open, and like a catnip is just flying out, and the bears are just like, "What? Oh, that's really weird." And then the umbrella's just going sunk, 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 sunk. And they're like, "Ah, umbrella! Ah!" And then they just bolt past you down the stairs. They are gone, and y'all are alone in the room with Craig.
um uh I would like to talk to Craig, but first, quick Ace, can you possess the catnip and get it out of here so that it doesn't put Craig to sleep?
Yes.
Mundane uses for possession.
Yep. Yeah, Ace is gonna do that.
Incredible.
In fact, if you while you're at it, you could scatter it to distract the other cats so we can get away.
Yes.
All right. So, I'll ask at this point. Do you guys think so? You'll talk to Craig after you're done talking to her. Do you guys think that this heist is basically over, or do you want to narrate or go through like the escape as well
Think I'd like it to be over after
Yeah.
we've
after you talk to Craig? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
after
would
we talk to Craig.
yeah, I have a idea of what the escape is, but I
We can narrate
we
what the
can
escape
narrate
is
that, yeah.
through
Yeah.
it. So we'll talk to Craig. We'll do that, and then we'll take a break. So okay. Yeah. So you talk to Craig. What do you say to Craig?
Uh Mr. Couch the penguin jumps up on the desk in front of Craig, um, and sits very neatly with his tail wrapped around his paws, wearing his pirate hat, um, and like reaches out and uh pats Craig on the paw. I'm imagining that his paws are like covering his face because he's supposed to have his eyes closed and and is holding his breath. Um, so I reach out and like pat him to move his paws. I like the way that a cat paws someone for attention. Um,
Craig peeks
and
one
then
paw open, looking at you with
yeah,
one eye.
you can breathe now. I shout.
Yeah, Craig kind of starts breathing again.
Okay,
And it,
okay, Craig. Okay, I know you don't know who I am, but listen, those two bears that were just in here, they were going to kidnap you. They were going to kidnap you for crimes. And me and my friend, we just rescued you. We got rid of the bad crime bears, and I just wanted to let you know that you're safe now. And also I had a question, but first, uh, you could you could you could say something. And then he like falters and puts his paw back down.
I think that Craig just kind of stares, just kind of blinks a couple times at you, um, and cocks his head, and it's just like, yeah, I. So why are you here then?
Oh, we have a business opportunity for you.
Cocks his head again,
Yeah,
listening.
we heard that you are the best audio producer in the land, and my friend and I, we make a podcast together, but our podcast, neither of us are that good at the production side of things, but it's a really cool podcast. It's on pirate radio, which is the best radio. Um, and we would just really, really appreciate it if you would join our team. You could even be on the podcast sometimes if you want, or you could just take a back seat and do the producing. What do you think?
I think Craig hops out of his seat, stands stretched, just goes, absolutely, this place kicks rocks.
Yeah, you're right, it does.
um, so yeah, Craig is more than happy to get out of this dumb old mansion that this old lady keeps him in. Um, yeah, we don't have to play through the actual escape, but
What was your idea,
Okay.
Anthony?
Okay.
How
At,
we
at
could
this moment, you just see a carpet floating around. Be like, get on, kids. We got a podcast to make.
amazing.
This is why you asked about the carpet earlier? I was
Yes,
wondering.
that is exactly why I asked
All
about the
right.
carpet.
So we go out the window?
Yep.
Perfect. And we now have a flying carpet and a producer for our crime podcast.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah, so I think that what we'll do now is we'll take like what do you guys want, like a 5-10 minute break?
uh 10 minutes would be good for me.
Yeah, 10
Yeah,
minutes. 10
let's
minutes
do
sounds good.
give a 10-minute break. Um stand up, stretch, and so on. And then when we come back, we're going to go ahead and we are going to roll a second heist. So normally this game is meant to just be played once straight through, and then that's it for a game. But for the stream, we're just going to make things easier. We're keeping the same characters, and then we're just going to be rolling multiple heists at once.
We are, after
So
all, a famous crime duo, and I don't think that we've got to do a couple episodes of our podcast. So
exactly, yes.
we need some
So
content.
yeah, so hopefully you'll just stick around. We'll have a little bit of nice music for you guys while we take our break, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. Hey guys. Back from our break. Just a reminder, we are playing Poltergeist, which was written by me, Adam Silverstein. This is for the Roll Plus Bond second anniversary stream. Again, for anyone who may have either come in late after we started or hopped in while we were on break. For the stream, we are raising money for the Native American Rights Fund. You can find out more about them and their mission at narf.org. You can help us reach our fundraising goal at tilify.org/at Roll Plus Bond or donate.rollplusbond.com. Now, before we
Oh,
took. What? What happened?
there was an echo, but I don't know where it was from.
Oh. It's a ghost.
Ooh.
I'm also echoing. It's not. I don't have the
No one's echoing
stream
when.
unmuted.
Yeah, it's. I'm hoping this is only for you, which that way we can.
Everything is doubled. All right, I'm
Oh,
gonna.
do you have the stream on accident? Did it
No, I
accidentally
no.
unmute?
It's muted.
Well, the chat doesn't
It's
hear an
like
echo, which
5
is good.
seconds delayed. Okay.
Ooh. Well, let's see. I think Adela will be back in just a second. We'll figure out what's going on. Huh.
Oh, it could be the Tilify donation page.
Oh,
Thanks,
it could
Cole.
be the donation page.
Unfortunately, the person who is resetting their sound equipment was not here to hear that. Oh well.
Hmm.
So
Okay, well, at the very least, I can continue going on with kind of a recap of what we did while we wait for Adela to come back on and fix those audio issues real quick. Oh,
Hello. It
hi.
was the donation page. I am so sorry. I
That's
didn't
okay. No
realize that it
worries.
had the stream going on it, and I wanted to go see if people to read off some donations.
Oh, that's a good idea. Were there any new donations in?
uh, I don't know when the last ones were read off, but I'll just read the last four. We had $10 from Carter, who said an F for the failed missile, RIP Gem and Mini, which would be for the last game. And $22 from Wheelie. Thank you so much. $10 from Chris, who said this probably isn't quite $1 for every dab, but it's for the dabs. I guess there were many dabs in that game. And then since this game started, we've had Fireblend give $5 and said in all caps "Ghost Crimes." So
Ghost Crimes. That's the
there you
game.
go. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for all the donations. It really means a lot. It's really cool. We're already over halfway to our goal. We're still on the first day, so I'm really excited to see how much we wind up raising and we're able to send over. All right, cool. But yeah, so last time, we are our two plucky ghost criminals, which we have Mr. Couch the Penguin, who is a wacky poltergeist face. They're a pirate. They're basically a cat, a giant pirate hat. And we have Ace, who's an ancient spirit muscle. And I can't describe them, but they are on the stream. They are little dude wearing a jacket with a red mohawk, I think is the best way to describe them. Yeah, so our plucky criminals were able to steal the best audio producer in the land, Craig the Bear, from an old
Hey, we
mansion.
convinced
And
him to join our podcast. We didn't steal him.
no, you did.
Although
It's
I
true.
guess
You
technically we rescued him, actually.
they
Not
oh,
only
from
from the
stealing
bears
to
who were going to
rescuing. This is
kidnap him, but also from the lady that was keeping him there for some reason.
who's to
Uh,
say what her purposes were? I sure don't know.
Maybe she has her own crime podcast that he was producing for her.
It's about elderly crimes.
Yeah.
All right. So, again, as I said this before the break, so normally, Poltergeist, which is a hack of Honey Heist, is meant to just play it start to finish. It's usually a short game, and it usually finishes after just one heist. After which you can play again, roll new characters. But for the stream, we're keeping the same characters just to keep things consistent, make things a little bit easier for us. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to roll a brand new heist with the same two characters. So, again, just so I will be rolling for the target, the location, two different complications, and I will also be rolling But Little Do the Ghosts Know, which is something I will keep in my back pocket and just play when I feel is narratively correct. So, let's roll up the heist. Go into chat.
Like the
And
quotation marks put around steal. Whoever did that, thank
deal.
you.
You're welcome.
2413. All right, I am re-rolling two of those because it's the exact same complications as last time.
I
I
mean,
don't mind if one
okay.
of them is the same, that's fine, but both of them is.
So we have just released our first well-produced episode of whatever our we need to figure out we should maybe figure out a name for our true crime podcast at some point.
Wait, I
But
have a. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
oh, I was just going to say we just released our first well-produced episode, which gained a lot of attention because the title said like kidnapping the best audio producer in the land, and Craig was on the podcast as a guest, and
I thought
we
you rescued
told
him.
the story. So, pardon?
I thought you rescued him. You said kidnapped.
Oh yes, but of course, but you need to get the clicks. So
Okay. So, oh boy. The target is some cold hard cash. You're stealing some money. Location, the local zoo.
love to steal money from a zoo.
Stealing money from a zoo.
Your complications are lasers and vacuums.
Well, the second
Oh
one makes a
no.
whole lot of sense.
Mr. Couch is a cat, does not like vacuums. Does like lasers though, but
Yeah, that's about loves lasers, hates vacuums.
love a zoo that has lasers. My question is, are we stealing money from the zoo's like cash box, or are we stealing money from an animal in the zoo who has a lot of money for some reason?
I think this is up to you guys. You're the one who's planning this, so what do you? I mean, are you guys the type to just steal cash out of from a zoo, or?
I mean, I don't think so.
I think this is a continuation.
Oh no!
Oh
Those
no,
bears.
yes.
Bears.
Are you getting revenge against the bears?
Yes, we're getting revenge for the bears that we very much scared away.
Mhm. Their crime
So,
podcast reaches so many more people because they can afford to pay for all of these people to listen to their podcast. So we know that they have the money, which
they
they
have all the
steal
ad
from
They're
visitors of
buying
the zoo.
viewers.
they have that MeUndy money.
Yeah,
Mm,
and
sponsors.
all like the money also comes from stealing from visitors to the zoo. So, which how a bear does that, I don't know. Maybe they have a whole crime ring in the zoo, and there's smaller animals that work for them and get the money from
I do like how this is a heck of
people.
honey
But
heist, and we're
Oh, yeah,
heisting
bears, mice.
bears.
Great. Grant Howard, I don't know, don't think you're listening, but if you are, love you.
Do the bears have a crime ring, which is the entire zoo? Is this
is
is
the
this
zoo a
a
racket?
mafia? Is this a
The
bear
zoo a
mafia?
racket?
Um,
Are you guys stealing from the bear mafia that operates out of the local zoo?
Now we
maybe.
are.
we have to, like, how else are we going to, we have to top our last episode, which was our best listened to episode yet. And how are we going to top kidnapping the best audio producer in the land?
Well, the way that Ace sees it is that to get viewers, you got to take viewers, and we're gonna take viewers. We're gonna take the viewers.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
you're stealing money though.
We are stealing money, which
Wait,
we will then use to buy viewers ourselves.
We gotta take the viewers. We're gonna take the. You get. That's how this works. You get money, and then you get the viewers. So you take away the money, no viewers.
Mhm. Yeah.
So this isn't about getting yourself viewers; it's taking away viewers from
It's
the other.
taking away their viewers, yeah, and then
Okay.
those viewers will look for other crime podcasts that are, like, more interesting than the Bears one, because they didn't really like it in the first place, they just got paid to listen to it. And then they'll look for other ones, and they'll find ours with the top episode being this crime. And then they'll become a loyal audience member. That's the plan.
So I've played this game several times. Of course. I have done some really wacky crimes, and this one might be my favorite premise already. This is outrageous. I love it.
Did I say
Oh,
watch a podcast? People are roasting me in the chat.
I
Or is
mean,
that
that's
someone else who said that?
look. Your podcast is so good you could watch it. Is the thing
Yep.
like
Yep. Mhm.
okay?
It's
All
just so good at conjuring the images of the stories we're telling, you know?
Our podcast is also on YouTube. People can watch
right.
that.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I think let's go ahead here. I think for this one, this is the local zoo. So I think that on your way you do pick up you pick up a map of like the attractions for the zoo. So this is so bad. I'm so bad at drawing squares with my mouse. The zoo
It's a
is
beautiful
actually
square.
famously really weird. It has this weird angle in it. No one knows
No,
why it's there.
that's about as good as unless
I
I
mean, I
was.
don't feel like most zoos are square anyway, so
It's in a city, so it has to fit within a couple
okay.
blocks. um, I think that oh, hang on. This is a really old map. One of you had this from like decades ago, so
Mm,
you don't know how accurate it is.
It's
'kay.
from the 70s.
So you know there's an entrance here, like right around here.
Mhm.
There is the Hall of Snakes is like here. Does anyone have a problem with snakes? I should probably ask that before I talk about them.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with snakes.
Cool. All right, it's gonna be right here. Uh, the mammals are normally kept like around here-ish. There's a cafeteria, lunch, like lounge area, like around here, and then you have like an aviary is over here.
I am not gonna remember these, but that is okay.
Okay,
As
hang on, I'm
long as
gonna
you
put
remember them. Okay.
A, B for bears,
Mhm.
S for snake,
C for
F
cafeteria.
F for food,
Oh, food. Okay, got it.
E for entrance. That's an E, I promise. Um, yeah, this map is like 40 years old. So
So
and
this is a zoo that has birds, snakes, and bears.
famously,
Yeah.
it's the I can't say that it's I was gonna say birds, bears, and bakes, but that's an S, not a P. Yeah.
It's the
And then there's like a bunch of like walls and stuff like around the
Mhm.
actual you can't actually see into the zoo. They don't want you looking into the zoo. They want you to go in through the entrance and
Mm.
actually
You know,
see everything
pay to
that way.
see the animals. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can't see the animals for free. Not in this economy.
But my map said it was
Uh,
only 10 cents. I don't understand. Next thing you're going to tell me the concessions aren't 50 cents each.
okay. Oh, buddy. All right. So how do y'all wanna start? You guys what do y'all wanna do?
Well, we pick up 2 dimes from the ground and we walk up to the entrance with our 10
Oh, wait,
cents.
hang on. Let me set the stage. Sorry. Like, what time of day is it? Is this like middle of the day? Is this right first thing in the morning?
Um, hmm. I feel like do we want a lot of people around?
I think it's nighttime.
Yeah. Okay.
We aren't. I mean, we're the greatest, but I mean,
Yeah.
even us would probably want to do this at nighttime.
So I guess next question, is this like nighttime but the zoo is still open, or is like the zoo is closed, it is shut down for the day?
I think it's shut down,
Cool. Okay.
which means the animals can probably roam since they seem to be doing crimes of their own. They could probably get out of their enclosures whenever
All
there's
right.
not people around. Anyway,
So,
uh,
yeah, so I guess yeah, start wherever you want at this point.
should we climb over a wall or try to go in through the entrance?
I mean, that's a fair one.
If we climb over a wall, we can go straight to the bear enclosure, which I assume is where they keep the money,
Makes sense. Yeah, we should do that.
and
The
then we
place
don't
marked
have to.
B,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, I guess we're
obviously
also
someone.
ghosts, so we could probably just walk through the wall, but then I'll lose my pirate hat, so I'm gonna climb over the wall.
All right, so you're gonna climb over the wall, and then Ace, are you gonna just go through the wall, or are you also gonna
Oh,
climb over it?
base is gonna go through it.
Okay, so yeah, um, Mr. Couch the Penguin, you climb up top of the wall, and the moment you crest over the wall, you look over, and the bear enclosure is no longer over there. This map is so outdated. Um,
Mhm.
as far as that section, um, instead you see this big dome. Ace, you go through the wall and you emerge and you just see trees everywhere. Really tall trees.
This is the strangest bear cave I've ever seen.
Well, their enclosure must be inside the dome. It just was drawn as a square on the map for some reason, but it's actually round.
It's hey, it's an old map.
That's only right?
Yeah, yeah. We'll go in the dome.
Yeah.
So okay, so for the record, yeah, so yeah, Mr. Couch, you're like right outside on top of the wall. Ace, you
Mhm.
are already inside of it. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, I'm in the
'cause
dome.
he walked
we're
through
not
the
near each
wall
other.
and
Went
popped up
into the dome.
and went into the dome because he walked straight through the wall. You at least went over top and were able to see that there's something on
Okay.
the other side. Yeah.
So in that case, we can't talk to each other because we don't know where each other is.
Oh, good.
Unless the dome glass? Like, can I see through it?
Um, no, it's not glass. It
Yeah.
is like a steel and plastic or something like that.
So in that case, Mr. Couch the penguin got up on the wall, looked over, and was like, "That looks weird," and then looked back to yell down at Ace, like, "There's something weird. I don't see the bear enclosure," but Ace has already gone through it back on this side of the wall and doesn't see Ace. It's
Oh,
like,
that's amazing.
hmm. Uh, so I guess I'm going to try to find the entrance to the dome, and I'm gonna get down from the wall by jumping, like leaping to the dome because I think that I can land on it.
Yeah, you could.
Um,
You can land on it. Yeah.
okay. Am I lit? How high is the wall? Am I landing on top of the dome? Not on the side?
Um, you're landing kind of on the sloped bit where it's like
Yeah.
you're like you're not at the top, but it's sloped
Mhm.
enough that you as a ghost cat can probably just hang
Yeah.
on.
Alright.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're doing okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. So you are Ace. You're inside, and it's nighttime. You hear a couple of chirps, but it's actually pretty quiet right now. What do you want to
I'm gonna search around for some bears. So
do? You search around for some bears.
or
Okay.
in a way out, one of the two. But I'm
Uh,
searching for bears.
all right. So you're in the middle of just a bunch of trees. Um, Go ahead. Debating whether I want to make you roll to see if you get lost in the dome or not.
I mean, we can hack in a luck roll if you would rather do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so there won't be any like hard consequences. Just go ahead and give me a heist roll.
Cool.
You're for this because this is a new heist. You're gonna
Oh,
go ahead and just
reset.
set to
Okay,
300. Yeah,
let me do that
yeah.
real quick then. Gotta admit, it's really nice in this program just to be able to, even though it's on the same
Erase them.
layer,
Yeah.
yeah, just I have to be on the layer. Good to know. Why did I make so many layers? This one has to be the correct one. If it's not, I don't know what I'm doing apparent anymore. Yay, success. All right, let me
Okay.
make that roll then.
Yeah, so just 1d6 and win or fail. I'm not gonna make you move any points around because I don't think there's any consequences per se.
Cool. Oh, that is in a different Discord. Awesome. I was during the break. I was messaging some friends, be like, "Hey, this is how we're going." And uh, sheesh. Okay, rolled it, and it's a 4. So this is exactly what I planned.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
searching for some bears. Uh,
Yeah. Um
And sorry, I just looked up Alice. This picture of Craig is amazing.
yeah, hold on. I just
Oh.
saw that too. It'll be on the
Are you
reference
talking about the
Twitter if
GIF?
we can pop.
No, 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 no. You have
Oh wait,
to
there's a different.
get in our get in this the.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's baby Craig. It's so cute. Did someone link that in the chat? I want the chat needs to see it.
I think it's gonna be on the reference Twitter. Hang on, let me see if what's the command for the reference? Can whoever does the
Oh,
reference
Chris
it?
is doing it. Chris already asked. Yeah,
Oh,
it's happening.
perfect. Good.
Okay, cool. So, sorry, I got distracted.
Valid.
It's a very good picture.
All right. Cool. Um Excellent. All right. Anyway, we very distracted. Sorry about that. Um So I
So I
think what I'm
failed the
gonna go
roll.
ahead
Yeah,
and what I'm gonna go ahead and do is so right now I'm gonna do some hot edits of the map. So you all entered from the side and eh, that's kind of the dome. Um so I think that you have successfully made Ace, you have not found an exit. You have not found bears. You've made it to the middle of the dome at least. And there's like a clearing at that point. Um yeah, there's a clearing, and then there is uh, I think there's a map of the dome and there though, and it just says in big letters on top, aviary.
Mhm.
What would you like to do at this point?
Hmm. Uh,
Adele, I think I think you're on top of the dome now, right?
yeah,
I think
I
you'll
am.
know that the entrance is here. It's on this side.
Okay. Uh, At this point, Mr. Couch the Penguin has no idea where his partner in crime is, um, and thinks that he could be on top of the bear enclosure, but it doesn't look like what he expected it to look like from the map. But I guess he's gonna head to the entrance and see if he comes up with a plan by then.
All right. So I think you wander over to the entrance. Um, I think
Walk
you
across the
see.
top of the dome and then like slip and slide my way down the side to get to the entrance.
Oh wait, yeah. So I think that uh, you know what? Give me a heist check to get down quietly.
I am known to uh yell
Uh huh.
if I'm
I'm
surprised.
aware.
Heist will be 2d6,
I think just
1d6.
1d6. You need a
I
three or
don't have
lower.
anything that particularly makes me better at sliding down the edge of a dome.
Quietly, at least. You're gonna be fine. You're not gonna hurt
Yeah,
yourself. It's just whether
yeah.
anything inside the dome wakes up or not.
Uh-huh. Well, I got a 6.
Well. So I think that you start. It starts off going great. Like you're like, I got
Mhm.
this. And then one of your paws slips out, and you kind of like pivot 90 degrees, and then you're like scratching and clambering, and like start sliding down, and just. I mean, do you
Oh
think?
no.
Would you say that you inadvertently like
Oh, definitely. He
just
lets out a yowl.
say yowl, and then
Yeah.
from inside the dome, vroom, vroom, squeak, 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 and then just like a bunch of birds just wake up and start just flying around, flapping around. Ace, you are just in the middle of a maelstrom of scared birds who just heard a cat yowling right outside their enclosure. What would you like to do?
Ace knows that sound. So comically, he's just gonna walk through the wall where the sound is coming from.
Just do the direction to find
Yep.
their partner. Okay,
That-
yeah. Um. Oh, Adele, you put a point into a spook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think you find yeah your partner right outside the entrance. Um. What what kind of condition is Mr. Couch the penguin in?
He's fine. He's just licking his tail. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Yeah. This is a weird bear cave. It has a bunch of trees and birds in it. No bears, but as you know,
There shouldn't
they're
be birds
what?
in the bear cave.
Then
Are we looking at this map upside down?
no. It's brand new from near now. Oh, mm,
Oh,
How do you define?
where
Well,
did
I
you
mean,
get this map?
that could be brand new for you. Like
I mean, it, I keep
Ace,
forgetting
when
how
did
old
you
I
get this
am
map?
because you know how every once in a while I'm like, look at that. I hear a song and I'm like, oh, this is new, and then you're like, no, that's 30 years old. Um,
Mhm.
this is that situation again. And then
All
like
right, so we
you
have
just
no idea where anything is in this zoo, is what you're telling me.
if you
I,
want to
I,
put it like
I I
that.
suppose I am the brains of the operation. I should have looked closer at the map ahead of time. Well, I guess we know where the aviary is. So we're gonna rule out
Oh,
this area. Yes, that would be where the birds are.
do you, do you think they like bears? Do birds like bears? Do
do birds like
Nobody likes
bears?
bears except for Craig. Craig is the only good bear. So birds. I
Wow.
mean, I don't know about these bears.
It
They're crime
sounds
bears,
like
and these could be crime birds, in which case they might like the crime bears if they're working with them. I don't know, Ace.
um So yeah, so you guys are outside the aviary. I think at this point you hear just a person whistling, and you can see a flashlight. It looks like it's one of the maintenance people.
Mm.
It looks like they're coming to do some routine cleaning. Um, and they're heading your direction. They haven't seen you yet.
Quick, Ace, ask him where the bears are.
Got it. And then Ace just kind of casually strolls up and
Wait, hang on. Can I just real quick? I love how the face of the party was just like, "Hey, you go do this."
Well, it's a human, and Ace looks to Mr. Couch the penguin. Ace looks more like a human than Mr. Couch knows that he does. So he's like, you have a better chance of talking to a human.
Uh, excellent. Okay. All right. I can see how this might go. Continue.
yeah, no. Ace follows the lead of the brains of the operation. Casually just floats on over. And asks the good sir where the bears are.
I think you startle this person, but give me a heist check to see if you successfully ask him to give you directions. Think of this like a persuasion.
Makes sense.
And
That's a
I think you
big
just have a single d6 on this.
yep, and that's a 4. So I'm just gonna
Yeah,
move
that is
point
a failure.
over from heist to spook.
I
One
think
moment.
that the maintenance guy is very startled by the fact that you are a ghost in the middle of the night and reaches around behind him and grabs his vacuum that he was going to use to clean the area
Uh-oh.
and tries to suck you up in the vacuum, Luigi's Mansion style.
No. Oh, my
Oh
only
no.
weakness.
Uh, Mr. Couch the penguin hears the vacuum noise and jumps up in the air and runs.
Uh,
Oh no! Gone.
I,
Bye.
I don't know how the vacuum is like literally the silver bullet to the team, but congrats on rolling that. Oh no.
um. Okay. Just So I have a mental idea. Which way does Mr. Couch run?
Um, Away from the dome.
So maybe we'll just say you head west. So
Sure.
way.
Also, I meant to mention before that uh, I have a new cat toy.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. What's the new cat? Is it the
Um.
same toy, just a new one?
Uh. No. No, it's a mouse. Um. It's a pink mouse, but it's about the same size, and it has again a giant feather. This time, a purple feather, and it is perching on my hat, and it is again filled with catnip. So.
That is amazing. Um. All right. So you go running off. What is your reaction, Ace?
Ace is going to. Okay, so this vacuum is guessing like a battery pack, or is it like plugged in?
It looks like it's a battery pack. It's a mobile vacuum.
That's unfortunate. Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. This is the Scooby Doo way out of this. Ace is going to possess the guy's shoelaces and tie them together so that he can float away.
Go ahead and give me a spook.
Yeah.
That is definitely a spook. I'll give you 2d6 for using your possession.
Amazing.
Oh, Oh, just
Well, there
barely.
you go. You made it. Well, your spook was at 4, so you
Yep.
you clear that with a 3. So
So that puts me at 5-1, right?
no, you succeeded. So it goes back into +1
Okay.
heist -1. So you're back
Okay.
in.
Okay. 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 Cool.
Um, it's a string of multiple successes or failures in a row that really gets you. But so you tie his shoelaces together and then you run off.
Yeah, in the same direction that uh Mr. Couch went.
Mr. Couch ran. So yeah, I think you run off. You escape getting sucked up with the vacuum, and the maintenance guy goes to take a step after you, and then just kind of tumbles and shakes their fist after you. Um, Mr. Couch, you are running. You are running. When do you stop? Where
Mhm.
do you stop?
Uh, when I feel like I'm a safe distance away and I stop and start cleaning my tail again. So probably when I'm out of sight of the vacuum
Okay, so just to make things clear, so when Ace finally catches
and
up to you,
waiting for
you are
Ace to catch
once
up.
again just licking your tail again. Your tail is very clean.
Mhm. Yep. Yep.
Um. Okay.
He didn't
I
know.
Nothing
see.
to
I
see
think
here.
so. I think at this point you see there is a big square enclosure, like right next to you over here. This building seems to the S building, the snake building seems to stay the same. There is also this really big fenced off area right over here now as well that you can see. So you're probably like here ish.
This building's square. There's probably bears in it. Let's check.
Is it because bears are square?
Yes. He's like indicating the square building beside us. And if they're not there, then they'll be in that big one over there, I bet. He's saying all of this very confidently.
Okay.
You got it.
Um, let me see. Let's see. So that's the thing with this game is that I'm genuinely making this all up as I go. So I'm trying to
The
figure out what's in this square.
what is
um,
the what does the square building like look like on the outside? Are there windows and entrance? Is the entrance a door or like just an archway or
there's an archway. There's a wall. Why there's a wall instead of just letting you're already in the zoo? Why you can't just see him? Who's to say? But there's an entrance directly like north of you, like at the bottom of the square. You can walk in, and there's an
Mhm.
entrance.
Well, it's
Um,
dark in there. It's like a cave. That's probably where the bears are. Let's go. And he starts doing the like cat like low down sneaking.
a little slinking.
Yeah.
All right.
Ace possesses the mouse.
Nice. Very good.
So that's very good. Um, I think you make your way in here, and okay, yeah. So I rolled on a different thing. I rolled my um, but little do the ghosts know. You walk into this enclosure here, and the walls of this entire building are covered in TNT. This place is rigged to blow. Which is option number 1 on the but little do the ghosts know. So there are no animals in here, but there's a lot of dynamite. What would you guys like to do?
Hello? Can
Oh,
you hear
hello?
me?
Yes, hello? Hello? I heard you for a second.
I can hear you.
Hi?
Hello? Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hello? Okay, I think I'm back. back.
Hello.
I was trying to talk to Adam, and he was continuing to talk, and so I didn't know what was happening.
Oh,
Yeah, I
interesting.
couldn't hear you at the time. Okay.
And
All right.
now I'm getting anyway. Okay. If you can hear me, that's good. I did not hear what you said. What is on the walls?
Oh, it's TNT. This place is rigged to blow.
As any building in a zoo would be.
I rolled a 1 on the proposal to go snow, and that one is the place is rigged to blow. So you know how zoos be sometimes.
Yeah. Um. Okay.
And it's all crammed
Mr.
in this
Couch
one
looks at
building.
that. Yeah. Mr. Couch looks at that and is like, "Well, this building is well guarded. This is obviously where the money is."
Yeah, okay. Would you like to look for the money?
Yes.
Okay. Go
Um.
ahead and
I would love to sniff around.
yeah, go ahead and sniff around. Um,
I'm a money sniffing cat, like the ghost sniffing
you are a
cats, but
cat.
instead of a money sniffing
Uh,
cat.
you know what? That's a really wacky thing to do. I will let you have 2d6.
Nice. I haven't used my wacky yet.
Yeah, I know, right? I've confused the server.
Oh
It's
no.
great. It's just how this game works sometimes. It's wonderful. You just wing the whole thing.
uh,
Perfect.
that was a heist, right?
Yeah.
And I was supposed to roll lower.
Mm,
Um, yes.
yeah.
So
Yes,
I got a
you
4 and a
were.
5, and I have a 2 in heist. So
So yeah, you uh-huh. So yeah, that's another failure.
I
So you dip
smell dynamite.
you smell dynamite. Sure smells like explosives here. I think that you do find something, which is a timer, and the timer has 15 minutes left on it.
Oh no. So I'm at 5 and 1 now, right? Yeah.
You are at 5 and 1 right now.
Okay.
Remember, once per kind of uh, game, you can always or session, you can once per action, you can manually move one from spook into heist if you want to, if you think it's appropriate. If you have a flashback
Mhm.
narrating that makes narrative sense,
Mhm.
but
Um.
yeah,
Okay. I see the timer. All right.
uh huh.
I mean,
You don't find any money here.
Mr. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Couch sees the timer and is like, "All right, we can use this to our advantage. We have 15 minutes to get the money and get out, and then they will be distracted by the explosion they created themselves."
Amazing.
But what happens if it doesn't blow up in 15 minutes? Wouldn't the bears get
I think
suspicious?
that's the least of our problems. What happens if it blows up before we get to the money? That's the issue. We need to move.
Right. Let's say this timer stopped ticking or had a bigger number on it.
Ace, uh, I was about to say, Ace, who's the brains of this operation? But you know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so Ace is gonna possess the uh, bomb and alter the time so that it's a larger number.
This I think has to be a heist roll because you're changing the timer on a detonator.
Okay,
But I will give you 2d6 for using your ability.
well, that's what I'm talking about. And I need a 3 or lower.
You need a 3 or lower.
Oh, how about double ones? The
Hey,
only
that
time
works.
double
Pretty
ones
good.
is
Yeah. I mean, what time do you want to set it to? At that? Yeah, sure.
I think I want to set it to 20 minutes.
So, are you just changing the display, or are you changing the actual detonator to be
I'm
go off into
changing
a
the
spin?
actual detonator with the plan being that if it doesn't blow up in 15 minutes, the bears will get suspicious.
And go investigate. That's very good. That's
Nice.
excellent. Um, So I think at this point you are confident there is just one enclosure you have not visited yet, and it's that one that's surrounded by a big fence.
Yeah. Time to do the thing, Ace. Takes a deep breath.
Uh-huh.
Also, one sec, I forgot to move my point over from spook to heist. Boom. All right. So I'm 4 and 2. So yeah, Ace sets it, and then yeah, I guess we'll skedaddle and
I'd like to look in the entrance of this building and see if there's any lasers.
In the entrance of that big building, no,
The
there are
big
no
building.
lasers at
Hmm.
the entrance. No.
Um, or I guess anything, because at this point I don't know that there's lasers. I'm just looking to see if there's anything like
Not at
any
that immediate
creatures
entrance.
around or anything that is like would obstruct us from walking in.
I think you can just get in the entrance just fine.
Right? In we
And
go.
yeah, inside there are a series of little cages, and this looks like the bear enclosure because there are a bunch of bears. They're not in their cages though. They are off to the side over here around a fire pit, and they're playing cards. What would you
uh,
like to do? You have entered from here.
yeah, I think that I was leading the way in, and then I like stop and like I hold my tail straight up, which like is the signal for Ace to like stop and go slow and quiet. Um, and then like beckon with my tail to go behind the cage that is closest to the bears, but we like are going to run slash flow across the floor to get to hide behind that cage.
Okay, now that you're up against the cage, you can see that in the middle of each of the cages are just stacks of cash. But what you also see is that all of the cages have lasers forming a grid around the cache.
Incredible.
I have to ask, because you are a cat, what is your reaction
Hmm.
to seeing the lasers?
Um, how wide are the bars of the cage?
um, maybe I don't know how wide bars of cages should be. Maybe 3 inches space between the bars. Like a bear couldn't slide in through them, but
Yeah. I was gonna like attempt to jump through, but I don't think I do that immediately. I think I'd like start like crouching down. I'm like staring at the closest laser, and I'm crouching down and like wiggling my butt. You know how a cat does when they're about to pounce. I'm doing
uh
that. Um, I don't know if Ace has seen Mr. Couch do this before
huh.
and will do anything about it, but if not, I'm gonna be pouncing into that cage.
Ace is not wise enough to notice. Have fun in the cage.
um.
I would love to pounce and like actually land on the pile of money somehow.
So here's what I'll say. You can definitely do
Mhm.
that. It's going to be a heist check.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can so Anthony or Ace, you can always help them somehow. I don't know how you would. And then,
Uh,
or if Mr. Couch, you have a flashback that you can think would be narratively appropriate, you could utilize that at this point too.
For that, I just want to say he was distracted by the laser, and that was what he jumped into the cage for. But as he was going through the bars, his hat got caught on the bars, and like kind of like surprised him, and it pulled off his head and stayed outside the cage, and he landed and was like distracted, and then realized that the lasers nearby are not fun lasers. So he did not actually jump into the lasers. Anyway, um,
Right,
I
right.
don't
No, you
know.
you
Yeah,
wanted to, but you're planning to pounce onto the money. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Um, but I imagine that he has like jumped into the cage, but not near the money yet. So
Yeah.
he hasn't gone through the laser area. Um,
Right.
uh, Flashback that would help me get through lasers. I mean, yes, it's a flashback to me chasing a laser beam.
Oh.
Um,
Oh no.
Probably,
Uh,
yeah,
it's Ace possessing a laser,
yes,
like the little key laser.
yes,
It's a training montage.
yeah. It's a training montage. It Some of the time it's like a montage. It's you just said it's a montage. Some of the time it looks like Mr. Couch is just playing with the laser pointer as a cat does. Other times he's like sneaking under it or um like rolling past it and like prowling up to it and then jumping over it, etc.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Definitely.
jumping out of its
So
way.
yeah, go ahead and move a point from spook into heist. So that'll
Hmm.
bring you to 4 and 2.
Yep.
Uh, I'll give you 2d6 on this roll. You're a cat with a laser. I can't resist. And then Ace, if you can think of a way to help,
Uh, yeah. Hear the bears
uh,
inside.
Dale, you have 4 spook, 2 heist.
Oh, whoops, I did it the wrong way.
No worries.
Wait, no. No, I had 1 spook, 5. Oh,
Yeah,
no, I didn't.
yeah,
I
you
think I
were at
wrote it wrong last
5.
time.
I did
Oh, okay.
because well, no, you had failed. You had failed several rolls in a row, which is why your spook was so high.
Right.
So
Right.
your spook
So
would
this
have
should
been
be the
5, and your
opposite.
heist would have been
Yeah, yeah,
1,
yeah, yeah.
and yeah, there you go. We're
Got it.
good. We're good. We got this.
I forget numbers immediately. As soon as they disappear, I forget what they were. So,
Honestly, that's valid.
4,
That is so
2.
valid.
Okay.
Oh, and I think this is like a replay of the first thing that we saw Ace doing during the last heist, where Ace is possessing a rock and throwing it against the wall near the entrance, like the entrance to the whole park, the zoo. So,
Okay. All
because
right.
bears need to be distracted. So,
Okay. So Dale, you have 3d6. You need a 2 or lower to succeed.
I feel pretty confident about this,
That's
and
a
I
1.
succeeded with 1 dice. Thank you, Anthony.
You rolled a 1,
Thank
a
you,
5,
Ace,
and a
for the
4.
distraction.
You would
A
have
1,
been
a 5, and a
fine
4.
without any the flashback or the
yeah, it
no.
was just the
Uh-huh.
cat stuff.
That's very good. So you're now at 3 and 3 for spook and heist.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what does this look like then with you tumbling through past the lasers?
I mean, it's a lot of when you see those cat videos and cats move in a way that doesn't seem like physically possible when they're like scared of something or they like jump up on their like back end will go in the air with their front paws still on the ground and they'll like
Uh huh.
flip over and like do uh like way too high leaps and things like that. Uh that's what's happening. It looks exactly like that, but somehow he's missing the lasers every time he lands. It looks completely sporadic and unplanned, but it is calculated, or he would say it is if you asked him. Um, and makes it into the center where the cash is. And then he starts, wait, no, I lost my hat. I was going to stuff it into my hat.
Right? Oh no.
I guess I'll just pick it all up in my mouth then, much as I can. Um,
Excellent. So you put all the money into your head. And I'm not gonna make you have to get past the lasers again. So you get all up there.
yeah.
I'll let you do
I
that
take
for all.
several trips in and out to carry the cash in my mouth and put it in my hat outside outside the
So
cage.
here's what I will say. You can either satisfy yourselves with having one cage and probably leave at this point.
Mhm.
If you want the money from the other cages, you'll have to do something to distract the bears.
I think that, Mr. Couch the Penguin thinks that oh, sorry, I should say Mr. Couch the Partridge because his alias changes each time he does a heist. Um,
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mr. Couch the Partridge, thinks that he is, like, the richest cat on earth now with the
And
money that he has just stuffed in his hat. So he's not concerned about the money in the other cages, and he'll just start, he'll put his hat back on with the money inside and go to find
what do
Ace.
you think?
I just thought of a really silly idea.
Okay, so
Mhm.
Oh
so
no. They're playing cards, right?
uh-huh.
We should play some cards.
Oh no.
The bears with their own money?
They don't know it's their money.
I
Does somebody want to talk me out of this?
well, I don't think that like
Oh, okay, I would know at least if the Bears would be like, yeah, join the game.
Um, Here's the thing, if we don't do that, we can do a whole other heist. I guess we could still do a whole other heist.
oh, we can still
I'm
do a
just
whole other heist without doing
yeah,
character creation and stuff like that. These things are only like 40 minutes.
that's
So
true.
Okay,
Um,
okay, I was trying to extend this a little bit, but yeah, no, it makes sense.
I feel like this heist is I think that we have succeeded at
I,
least in getting I don't know if we've succeeded in stealing their listeners, not viewers, their listeners, which was our actual goal because we only took one cage worth of money. Um,
Well, I mean, here's the thing about that.
mhm,
uh-huh.
Uh,
mhm.
there's gonna be something that hasn't exploded yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if
There
you
is
guys
that
want
thing
to end
that
it
hasn't
here with
exploded
you
yet.
sneaking out, I have a good epilogue for this heist.
Uh-huh.
If you guys are done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of make your way out and you watch from a distance and about so I'd say that so there was 15 minutes left on the timer when you I'd say they took 5 minutes to steal the money and leave. About 5 minutes after that, the bears all kind of wander out of the zoo and they stand off at a distance. And about 5 minutes later, they're kind of looking at each other. They look at their watch, they open, and they all walk back into the zoo to figure out what's going on. And then 5 minutes later, the entire zoo blows up. Everyone's fine because this is a comical explosion. Like you just
Uh-huh.
see the bears sitting.
Uh-huh.
Huh? What was that?
The bears go flying.
Yeah, the bears basically go flying up into the sky, and you see the little
Oh,
ding, the twinkle in the sky.
the go ahead. You continue.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I finished. I think I was cutting out for you. Uh-oh.
Adela?
For a little
Adela.
bit, but I think I got
Oh
it.
no. You are cutting out again, friend. Oh. All
All
right.
right.
Yes.
One
But
moment.
yeah, one moment. It wouldn't be a stream without technical difficulties. That's just Science. So we'll so while we're waiting for Dayla to restart Discord, we actually did get a couple more donations in, so I can real quick read those off. Let me go in here. As for your Ghost Crime, so Anonymous donated $10 and said Pirate Pangerbon and Ancient Anarchist Ace, the best ghost crime duo this side of the ocean. Heck yeah. And then from Rebecca Mack, hi heckin' nerd, donated $15 and says happy anniversary. Thank you. Really appreciate it and hope we get to play games together sometime. That'd be great. Go in here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So what was the last thing you heard?
The bears flying up into the sky with a twinkle.
Yes. Okay, you were trying to say something before you started getting cut out. So I want to what had you been trying to say?
I do not remember. But I'm just imagining outside this explosion, we see Mr. Couch, the partridge, and Ace. Mr. Couch, the partridge, has taken his hat off and is showing Ace and is like, "We're rich," and Ace like looking at the money and being like, "Oh yeah, okay."
How much money would you say you could fit in your hat? Like,
I mean, it's a good amount,
Yeah,
but like,
I'll
what are
say
the
like
bill?
it's like $1,000,
Yeah,
like in 20s.
yeah,
That's believable.
yeah,
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's $1,000 that you didn't have before.
yeah.
So
I don't know what money is. I don't know how money works. I'm a
who's,
cat. I'm a
and to be
cat
honest,
ghost.
who here knows what money even is?
Ace is probably out of touch with what stuff costs nowadays. Still, I
Hey,
mean,
so you probably think this is a lot of
So he
money.
thinks that we
Yeah.
are rich. Yeah.
oh, that can buy us a computer, a good one that fits in a room.
Oh. Wait, how are we recording our podcast now without a computer? What have we been doing? Are we using like a
You're
tape
using-
recorder?
Yeah, just a recorder. You're literally handing cassettes over to
To
Craig, and
Craig.
Craig is somehow churning out these masterpieces. How much can a computer cost? $3?
Yep.
Yep.
And then we go to Craig and we're like, "Here, we can get you a new computer," and give him $3, and he's like, "All right."
Team Bear busting off again. Oh, this is excellent. All right.
Shall we take another break before our next
Yeah, that's
heist?
what I was thinking.
Our
I think
last
another
heist?
break, like another 10-minute break, and
Mhm.
then
We
I'll
gotta think.
see if we can
Yeah.
make this last heist a bit more jam-packed, and that should be a perfect amount of time. So good stuff,
Sounds good.
guys. Great. So yeah, so we will be back again in just about 10 minutes. So in the meantime, again, listen to Lo-Fi Beats with Craig. And when we come back, we'll be rolling our third and final heist of the session. So hope you stick around, and we'll talk to you guys then. All right, awesome. Welcome everyone back from our little break. Just as a reminder again, we are playing Polter Heist, which is by Adam Silverstein. That's me. For the Roll Plus Bond second anniversary stream. Again, a reminder, again, anyone who wasn't here from the beginning or just hopped in while we were on break, during the stream this weekend, we are raising money for the Native American Rights Fund. You can find more about them and their mission at narf.org, and you can help us reach our fundraiser goal at tilify.org/at roll plus bond, or by going to donate.rollplusbond.com. So before our break, we tackled second heist. Our dynamic duo of Mr. Couch and Ace infiltrated a zoo to which they had a map of about 40 years old, with the intention to rob some bears that were making a rival podcast. They were going to steal their money so that way they could have more money and the bears would have less money and less viewers. Through a couple of encounters with vacuums and lasers, it eventually ended with the zoo getting blown up and the bears getting team rocketed off into the sky with our heroic criminals making their way off with a hatful of cash.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be the final heist that we are going to be playing today. So we are going to think of something grand that we're going to do. Um, so I do want to ask, and this is something that we talked about a little bit before after we jumped on break, before we actually took our breaks, we might pick like a actual target. Poltergeist does let you pick from the list as opposed to just roll randomly if you want. Did either of you have an idea for like a very specific target we can do for a final heist, or did you want to just roll everything random for a one last one?
Hmm.
So,
So,
okay, you go.
no, do you have an idea?
Kind of.
Also, kind of.
Uh, what we really need to do is get our counts up, or
Mhm,
m-
mhm.
m- basically get some advertising going.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know, try and get into Spotify offices and make it so
Yes.
that our podcast appears as opposed to other
We're
podcasts.
gonna hack the Spotify server.
Yes.
Us two
I am
bears who just said to our producer, "Hey, can we buy a computer for $3?" And we're gonna go hack the Spotify server. Great. Yes, perfect.
okay. So for this heist, you are going to break into Spotify headquarters
hmm
and make it so that way your show is more promoted on
We want
Spotify.
our show to be #1 on true crime podcasts.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll select those as our target and the location. The complications, as well as the but little did the ghost know, those are still going to be totally randomized. So let's do that for a grand finale. One last time. I'm gonna roll 2d6 for the complications in the chat so everyone can see. I did a slash instead of an exclamation point. That is
Mhm.
my bad. I am used to roll 20. Um, 4 and 1. So there are guards and there are generic measures. I think that actually works great. And then privately to myself, where you guys can't see, I am rolling the little did the ghosts know because y'all don't know.
Mhm.
All right.
Nice
Excellent.
Spotify logo. Very good.
It's so good. That's it. Like considering how you're using what a roller ball, that's like pretty
Yes.
good.
To be good, like you can create circles.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful for that.
Excellent.
Don't worry about me.
That's okay. All right. So, let's start you off outside of Spotify headquarters. What time of day is it? What's the situation like in the outdoors?
Hmm. um, it's nighttime again, I assume. Um,
Hmm?
is the Spotify headquarters in our game like some skyscraper,
It could
fancy
be.
skyscraper? So we're in a city before, but we're like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um, do we want?
Okay.
Okay, so um, I think that we made the plan for this heist with Craig's help
Oh yeah.
because we know nothing about technology. We were using a tape deck to record our podcasts up until like last week. Um, no wonder we didn't have any listeners. What did we do? Do we just distribute the tape deck somewhere? Um, the tape or the cassette tapes?
Wait, what if you were dropping off the tape decks at the Spotify headquarters because that's how you thought it worked?
Yes.
And then Craig was like, "Okay, so that's not yeah. That's not how podcasts work."
You
Um
guys had one fan, and it was the janitor that would pick up the tape deck.
Ooh,
Um,
wait, that means we have an inside man.
Yes. Yes, we
Oh my
do.
god, you're right.
We gotta contact the janitor. The
So
janitor's
what if
gonna
you guys?
open the door for us at night.
Yeah, what if that's where you start? Just to
Yeah.
make things a little smoother. Because I want to spend some nice amount of time inside the skyscraper. What if it
Yeah.
starts with you guys being let into the lobby by the
Yeah. Yeah, and he's our biggest fan, and he's just yeah. He's,
janitor?
like, so excited to meet us. And
Yes.
it's like, "Can I be a part of this heist? Are you heisting today? You're heisting my" like, he's just so excited at the idea that we are, like, gonna be stealing from his workplace.
They probably don't pay him enough, so you know.
Yeah.
Craig plugs in computer. Mr. Couch and Ace.
Yes. True. All right, so we're inside. We're in.
You're in.
Mr. Couch turns to Ace and says, "We're in."
Excellent. That's so good.
Um what is the janitor's name?
I think that his name is uh Nathaniel. Nathaniel Duguid.
Nice. Uh Mr. Couch turns to Ace again and is like, "Ace, tell Nathaniel to tell us where the servers are." Where
Ace just turns and expects an answer from
Yeah,
the janitor.
I assume that Nathaniel can understand Mr. Couch, but Mr. Couch doesn't think that anyone like Mr. Couch thinks that he can only talk to other ghosts and other cats,
Yeah,
and I guess
I
other
think
animals because he can talk to Craig anyway.
I think he's like, oh, I don't know where that stuff is. I'm just the janitor, and I only have so much security access, like first floor access. But IT is on floor 8, so you might have some success there. Otherwise, floors 13 through 16, I am just completely blocked off from there. So there could be something up there.
IT, that sounds important.
Wait, okay, so in the chat raises a very good question. Wait, so how does
Yeah, I
Mr.
saw
Couch
that.
think people will understand their podcast?
That is a good question. I do not have the answer to that.
I think it's funnier that Mr. Couch doesn't have the answer to that.
Yeah, Mr. Couch's idea of an audience is not like a very clear idea. He knows that it's a good thing for a podcast to have many listeners. He doesn't think like he's not like, "Oh, we're going to have all these human listeners," or like how we're going to reach those listeners. He's just like, we need to have a big audience.
Yes. Excellent.
And then when he actually sees a yeah, a listener,
Exactly.
not an understander. Exactly. Exactly. And when he's confronted with humans, he's like, well, Ace can talk to them better. I think also the original thing that I was thinking when I said that the first time was that humans will be less alarmed by Ace because Ace looks more like a human to Mr.
Uh-huh.
Couch. So Mr. Couch is like, you look more like a human. You won't scare them as much as I do. Even though I'm a small, adorable.
Yeah, it's like this small, adorable
Cat.
cat, and it's like this very old-looking punk rocker ghost is like,
Anyway.
But yeah, so he directs you to. He doesn't have access to floors 13 and up, and but he knows IT is on floor 8. So, and
Go
he's
to
just like,
floor 8.
before you go, pulls out like a crumpled receipt from the pocket, smooths it out, and grabs a pen. Can I have your autographs?
I think Ace just reaches for the pen and it goes straight through.
And Mr. Couch, do you try something?
He doesn't know what an autograph is. I think he like carefully like takes the paper in his mouth. Like and like maybe yeah. And then like give like let's go and it's just like got a bite mark in it, I guess. And like
you know, I mean, you've seen pictures of cats, like paper gremlin cats, where they're just like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what he does to the receipt.
I think he treasures it. I think he's very pleased with it and goes running off. All right, so what's next?
Do we understand elevators, or are we going to be going up the stairs?
That's up to you guys. There is an elevator.
I think it's funnier that if we're in the elevator with the elevator music going.
Yes. I think because I said that we planned this out with Craig, so Craig was probably like, okay, like looking at like Craig got the blueprints to the building. Why is Craig not coming on the heist? Who knows? But
Because Craig is
did that once
corporeal.
already.
oh yeah, true. Good point. So Craig like told us where the elevators were and was like, okay, you go inside the doors, you press the button with the number on it that you want to go to, and then you'll get there. And we're like, ooh. There. And
Woo!
yes,
This
exactly.
goes.
Mr. Couch like runs over to the elevator doors and calls to Ace and is like, "This is the magic box."
It's just
If
Ace definitely just walks over or floats over rather.
And then we do everything that Craig said. We get in, and then we're listening to the elevator music.
do 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 do.
And then
Ding.
Mr. Couch jumps.
Tail puffed.
Did you just?
What?
Okay. There is a second Ace on the screen, and I was confused.
I learned how to copy and paste. So now I'm gonna put Ace in
No, he's too
Ace in the
powerful now.
elevator.
He's learned how to duplicate himself.
All right. Did Craig tell us where? I guess Craig probably told us about IT, and that's why we knew that IT was important.
Yes.
I would hope so.
Yeah. So we step out of the elevator, and
Okay.
we're like, okay, we're looking for. Or Mr. Couch is like, okay, we're looking for a computer, or many computers.
So I think that this just to give you a lay of the land real quick. There's a bunch of cubicles just all in a row. It extends pretty far. There's some offices on the sides of the walls as well. The lights are currently off, but you can see that they are motion sensitive, and the reason you can see that is because there are a couple of guards patrolling, and every time they enter a new area, the light turns on, and then when they leave it, the light turns off.
See.
Y'all are ghosts, and it does not seem like you guys are activating the lights. Though.
Good to know.
What would you like to do?
We need to get to a computer. That's the plan.
Find the computer.
Mr. Couch turns to Ace and is like, "Okay, which computer looks the most important?"
Ace looks for the biggest computer. Because that's how computers work.
Yep.
There. So, here's the thing, Ace. Is that everyone just has laptops that they bring to and from home to work now.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
So you go. You know what? Give me a heist check
Okay.
to see if you find a computer. This will be just a pure luck one. So if you fail, I won't have any like penalties or changes. This is just to see if like someone left their computer at work.
We got lucky. It's a 1.
All right, so I think that you go walking through a couple of the cubicles. You find and you see this really weird metal like rectangle that's on top of someone's desk. And I think the only reason you recognize it as a computer is because it has the exact same. It's the exact same make of a computer laptop that Craig has, and so you recognize the brand, the symbol, and you're like, "That's like what Craig has." So you found a computer.
Ace turns to Mr. Couch and is like, "Found the computer." What next?
All right. I know what to do. And he goes to the like charger of the computer and unplugs it. And then he like jumps up on the chair to look at the computer. He's like, "Did it do anything?"
The
Then,
computer's still, it's a laptop. It's still closed.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. It's so. I mean, you can't see anything. Sorry. There was a light that was on like the front part of the computer, like a little thing that had been a solid white, and now it's just flashing white.
Mr. Couch starts batting at it.
You start batting at the computer.
Mhm. Um, so the way that the only way that we've dealt with technology actually before is by Ace possessing it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think at some point, Mr. Couch is like, okay, wait, no, I remember. Craig opened it like this, and then like tries to push it up with his paws, and like goes right through it, and then has to like really focus, and then does it again, and manages to push it up with his nose.
Oh, and then wait, and then you see Ace pull out a piece of paper, reads it, and it's a typed up sheet of paper, and you kind of can assume it's from Craig. And he puts it away,
Uh-huh.
looks it back, puts it back, and then just possesses the computer. Like,
The laptop absolutely has a mouse, and Mr. Couch has now pounced onto the desk to get the
I
mouse.
So one thing I have to ask, and this won't
Yes.
have any bearing on any success or failure, but are you like sitting on the keyboard of
Yep.
the
Uh-huh.
of the computer?
I sure
Yeah.
am.
So I think you've opened like a Word document, just a Q Q K K L L, and then the spaces is just,
Wait,
and then you
then
sit
then
down
I get distracted by
and
the movement on the screen, and I start batting at that instead, and then I'm like jumping all over the keyboard more as I'm doing that. So
okay, so it's really funny. This is the second time I've played Poltergeist where a ghost has possessed the computer to hack it. Um, it's great. Uh So give me a heist check, 2d6, because you are possessing to hack the computer to, I guess, what are you trying to accomplish here specifically?
we are okay. Obviously, like I'm sure Ace is like, oh, we're gonna hack the computer and it's gonna be job done. As a
yeah.
player, though,
Right.
I know that's not gonna happen. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of assuming that in this hacking experiment, we are going to kind of find where we need to go.
Yeah, so I think go ahead. This will determine whether you find anything useful on the computer or not. But there will be penalties for failure
Yay!
because we love penalties.
That's
But
a
it was
two.
not a failure; it was a success. Go ahead and move a point from spook into heist. You do not bump your podcast to number 1. This computer does not have that kind of security clearance to do
Oh,
that.
that's a shame.
But what you do find is that this is the person that is in charge of printing out or setting up the security IDs to get into all the different floors. So if you'd like, you can print out a security ID, which would get you to the floors that to access to the whole building.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think you guys hear the printer printing.
Mr. Couch jumps and runs towards that sound. And I used to have a cat who was obsessed with the printer and would like crouch beside it and watch just like endlessly as the paper comes out. So that's what Mr. Couch is doing. He's like fascinated, just like eyes following the paper go into the printer and then out the other side. The eyes widen as it goes out the other side, and then does it again.
Just those big eyes, just
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, so there's still guards on this floor. I think that they're moving vaguely closer. They kind of have a patrol. I don't think you're in like I don't think you're in any kind of imminent danger right now per se, but like they just are still on this floor right now. So what do you want to do next then?
I'm gonna fill my whole hat with all of these security clearance things.
Oh wait, how many did you print out?
How many did we print out? How many did you print out while you were possessing the computer?
So this is what Ace tried to do. He was trying to get our podcast on all 10 of the top 10. So 10 printouts happened.
Ah, okay. That's how it works. That makes
Yes.
sense. Yeah.
Exactly how this works.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. So 10 security passes are printed and you have bundled them into your hat.
Yeah.
Oh, what is your moniker for this one? You are the Mr. Couch the
Mr. Couch the Ptarmigan.
amazing.
Still a P word, but you
It
know.
is still a P word. Oh, wonderful. Excellent. Who's printing printers? No one. That's a crime. It's against
We're criminals. We could be doing
no.
that.
Don't print a printer.
We wouldn't know how.
You wouldn't know how, even if you could.
Yeah. All right. So, uh, we need to go above floor 13 because that is where Nathaniel doesn't know. Nathaniel knew that the server we were looking for was not below floor 13, so we need to go up there.
Yeah, there's floors 13 through 16
Also,
are where
Craig had a blueprint of the building, so Craig probably told us what floor to go to, or maybe not. I guess
think
that's
Craig had a blueprint of all the floors below 13 because those
convenient.
are top secret, and so he just couldn't access
Yes,
those.
makes sense. All right, so we go to floor 13 then, and
Okay, how do you get there? Just elevator?
yes.
So here's what I'll tell you: the elevator stops at floor 12.
Oh,
Well, we're at least taking that to 412.
Right.
yeah, and then we can go up the stairs, I guess.
Cool.
So
So you leave the elevator at floor 12, and there is another elevator actually on the opposite end of the hall, and it is there are two guards that are guarding it. They haven't spotted
Alright.
you yet, but there are guards in front of this elevator. How do you want to proceed?
Okay, Ace, I'll distract them. You get them.
Yeah.
What's a good prank to distract the guards? Um,
Would you like an idea?
yes. Yes, I would.
I'm thinking like a Three Stooges bit where you're tapping them on
Yes,
the shoulder so
yes,
they keep thinking the other one is messing with the other
yes.
one.
Mhm.
I
That's
don't
what
know if she can reach the shoulders, or he can reach
Or-
the shoulders.
I'm tapping them on the ankle.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
That's the the idea is to make them think that the other one is doing that, but instead they probably think that there's like some animal in here. um but I like tap one on the ankle and then I like zip behind him to the other side to the
Uh-huh.
other one and then tap him on the ankle and then zip behind him and go back and forth as they
You do
just turn their heads back
the
and forth.
cat thing where you were like weaving a figure eight.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and give me a spook. Roll 2d6 for that.
because I'm pranking.
Because you are pranky. You are spooking.
Okay, so yeah, this is a spook. Okay. Wait, what do I want? What do I want?
You want a 3 or lower.
Oh, right, I'm even. Okay. Well,
Uh-oh.
I got 2
Um,
4s.
Huh. Um. Hmm.
They see me.
I think. Uh,
They see a ghost cat with a giant pirate hat
yeah.
running back and forth between them.
Yeah. No, they definitely see you. It's just what they do about it that I'm trying to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I think that. Um.
They could just try to grab
Wait.
me, and if they
Wait.
grab
Hold on.
my hat, I'm
I've got
not
it.
leaving.
Wait. Is that? That sounds like what I've heard Mr. Couch described as. You're a famous podcaster. And the guard is just like, you being here is really cool. Hang on. And radios something, and three more guards
Oh
after a
no.
minute come up the elevator to come and come and meet you. Wait, so Mr. Couch, if you're here, then where's Ace then? I mean, you guys, I guess you could be doing a solo thing, but hey, Jerry, it's Mr. Couch from that podcast. Look, they're a ghost cat with a pirate hat. It has to be them.
Did Nathaniel
So that
tell
was
you about us?
um. So there's like five guards here. It's like, wait, Nathaniel's a fan too. Oh, I didn't know that. We should talk to him more often. That's really, and they're all just kind of like gossiping about the podcast now with you. But
Well,
there's like five of them huddled in front of the staircase right now.
I have successfully distracted them.
There's just a bunch.
This is what I planned all along.
Okay, Ace is. Wait, okay, so wait, who has all the printed off passes?
I have them in my
I
hat.
yeah, I was just saying. The couch does.
But can we say that I took the pen?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. At this point, Ace is very confused, but it doesn't seem like these people are going to try to hurt Mr. Couch or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
He also kind of heard what was being said, so he's coming up and just just floating up, and then's like, who wants an autograph? And then takes like the couple of the passes that were printed off and kind of remembers, okay, sign. Tries to sign a name with the pen, and it's kind of hard because ghost.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Because I can't both. I can possess the pen, but then I can't hold on to the paper. So
So
I'm passing out autographs apparently.
what are you trying to accomplish?
I want to gain their trust.
Are we going to convince them to let us look at the servers?
All right.
I would like a tour.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Oh, Adela, you failed. Those two need to be flipped. Your spook goes up when you fail.
But I was rolling spook. It's
It
still.
doesn't matter which one you
Oh.
roll. On all successes, you increase your
Oh,
heist.
alright.
On all failures, you increase your spook.
Got it.
But yeah, so I think Ace, that's going to be heist. You only have 1d6 on this. I don't think any of your modifiers are going to help you out here.
This is the exact opposite of what I'm used to doing.
Yeah, this is so foreign to you right now. I mean,
Oh,
good news though, you have a 4 in heist right now, so you need a 4 or lower. That's a 1.
okay.
Nice.
Aces just rolls very well apparently. I
Yeah,
really need to roll worse next time.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's Ace too. This is excellent, and autographs. Oh, we'd love them. We never thought we'd meet you in person because you're so good at getting in and out of places without being seen. So we're really honored that you've let us see you. Yeah, Spotify's a shitty place to work for, I guess. So they don't care.
So we get a tour.
So they give you a tour of this floor, and then the one guard is just like, so I have to ask, what are you here to do? Because I know that you guys, I know you guys are criminals, and I'm a guard. So, I just want to, I need to know, what are you trying to do?
So, Mr. Couch like exchanges glances, like conspiratorial glances with Ace, and then like says in kind of like a low voice to the guard, it's like, "Okay, listen, we have a really good episode in mind. We came in to hack the Spotify servers like no one has ever done before.
Um,
And
uh-huh.
and if there were any people nearby, let's say a guard or two, who had happened to know a way that we could do that, we might be able to get them a special guest spot on our podcast."
Oh my God.
I'm the face.
No, you are the face. I'm debating right now because you put in a lot of you guys. You put in Ace already put in work to kind of get them on your side. So
Mhm.
I'm debating if they'll just like let this happen or if you need to roll for it
Mhm.
based
Mhm.
off of what you guys have already rolled for. Here's what I'll do. I'll just make it. Let me make this a fortune roll to see whether he knows or not. Uh, so roll a heist with 2d6. Um, if you fail, there's not going to be a consequence. You won't have to change the number, but this will see if he knows enough to give you an answer to where it is.
What do we want to get?
2 or lower.
That's a 1.
All right. I think he goes, you know, I've heard that the only person that has the power to change the popularity of a podcast just by themselves is the president and the CEO. And their desktop unit is on the top floor.
Ah, excellent.
So you would need to get to the top floor. All I can say. It's all I know. It's all I could say. And he
Mhm.
kind of winks.
Mr. Couch taps his nose
Oh my God.
and
I
winks
think he makes that
back.
exact same sound. He's like,
Yep. Mhm.
"Yee!"
Yeah.
This is so good. Okay. So yeah, the guards are fine, and hey, you know what? You have security passes, so you can go
Yep.
right up. Sure.
Yay!
Um. Okay.
Uh, so are you gonna possess this computer too?
So okay, let's. You guys take this elevator, and it
Yeah.
spits you out at
Mhm.
the 16th floor with the security passes.
Mhm.
There is a short hallway, and at the end of the hallway, there is a locked door. Um,
Mhm.
and just on the door, it says President and CEO, uh, Mr. Spotify.
Found the place, Ace.
That's right.
We could
So,
just walk through the door.
So you
yep.
go to walk through the door, and you bounce right off of it as the
Uh-oh.
anti-ghost,
What?
the thing that the what's it called? The complications, anti-ghost measures. These are non-walk-throughable doors.
Oh, that's
All
just
right.
rude.
Well, I would have had to lose my hat if I did that anyway, so let's do it the old-fashioned way.
All right.
Looks at Ace. Punch it in.
You once again going back, doing a callback. It was on you. Cuts back, and you just see a floating fire extinguisher. Slam against like the doorknob.
um. Okay. Oh, you're at 5 heist, aren't you?
Well, okay. How should we have been calling what this would be as a heist instead of
I think.
hmm
I mean, I think this is a heist because you're just brute forcing a door. Uh, hmm.
Yeah,
hmm
not a very ghosty thing to do.
maybe I can retract that. What else? What can I
I
do?
mean, you know what? Here's what I can do for you, and this will also be doing something for me as well. So I think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Y'all are standing out trying to figure out how to get through the door when you hear of the lock going, and the door opens, and uh, two ghosts float out of the office
Oh, come on.
completely by random, and also very funny bookending. I rolled the little do the ghosts know, look, a rival team of ghosts.
Uh,
Uh,
do we recognize these ghosts?
Yeah.
Do we
yeah,
know?
they're the only other ghosts that make a crime podcast. They're your bitter rivals, and you know exactly what they were doing in the president and CEO's office.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um,
Hmm.
What would you like to do? I think their names are Curtis and Arnold, and one is a monkey ghost, and then the other is just kind of like you know, ghost. I guess in like Super Mario, the boos, they're just the round
mm-hmm.
ghosts, or
Mm-hmm.
in Animal Crossing, I think Wisp is just that
Yeah.
round ghost with that little tail.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I think that's what the other ghost looks like. And they see you, you see them. What do you do?
Uh, spray them with the fire extinguisher.
Got it, boss. And yeah, instead
So I
of
call that as a prank, so I will let you use spook for this.
I need to scare them away.
Let's see. So I'll give you a D6 for. So it's a D. There's already a D6. Let me see what your things are, because you are ancient spirit muscle. You're fighting, so I'll give you muscle. So I'll give you another D6,
Cool.
and then um, if you want to help Adela, that's how you could get another D6. But otherwise,
Yeah.
2D6.
I mean, I would like to help.
Yeah.
I would actually I need to fail.
Oh.
Oh, you do, don't you?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go with my 2d6.
And hope to
Okay.
fail. Oh
Yep.
dear.
Nope.
Oh no!
Well,
Oh no.
All right.
oh
Okay.
no.
So, okay, Anthony, I have a very important question that I have to ask you. So, if your heist ever reaches 6, you're lured into a life of crime and betray the party.
Oh no.
What does that mean here?
Well,
How do you betray Mr. Couch in this immediate instance?
I'm spraying Mr. Couch with the fire extinguisher.
Oh no! Mr. Couch, no!
He yowls.
Why do you do this? Is this just like something snaps in you? Are you on the side of this other team of
Were
ghosts?
you secretly wanting to
Are you
join their podcast this entire time?
I mean, it's the Anarchy podcast. I don't know how you didn't understand this.
Do you yell
no.
anarchy? You spray me in the face.
Well, now I am.
Oh my goodness. Um, what did they offer you? This is that moment in the spy movie where it's just like, what did they give you? What made you turn?
Okay.
Ace, what did I ever do to you?
So here's the flashback.
Oh no.
It's Ace, but with a full head of hair. And he's like, here's the plan. We're gonna steal the bear. I mean, we're gonna set so that we can have this podcast, see? And then we're gonna take out our biggest competition. Those bears from the zoo. And then we're gonna find a patsy, put this on, so that we can reap all the rewards.
Oh
And
no.
the patsy's Mr. Couch, if you didn't understand at this point. So the new plan, now that we've already hacked the system to put the Anarchy Crime podcast at number 1 through 10. But now there's a cat in the scene of the crime.
Oh, it's a frame up.
Got framed.
Oh no.
What do you do to keep him there? Actually, he might just stay there. He might be just be so shocked about the turn of events, and then just
mean,
sits there and
I mean,
like,
there's a realistic thing where he pushes you into the office and closes the locked
yeah,
door because
Ooh,
it's
that's
yep,
because you're
it
a
is
cat.
ghost proofed. And Mr. Couch like stands up and scratches on the door, like the
Aw.
beginning of the stream when he was scratching at the door of the castle, um, and then like sits down, looks around, and starts licking a paw as if nothing had
Oh,
happened,
oh
trying
no.
to pretend that everything is fine.
Oh no. Dale, I have a
And
question.
then wait,
Oh, go ahead.
he's licking his paw, and then he's like doing the thing that cats do when they taste something gross, and they like shake their head and like try to like spit it out because it has the like fire extinguisher foam on it.
Oh.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
um does Mr. Couch go to ghost jail?
I mean,
Like,
I guess. No, I
they
think
don't
Mr.
have
Couch.
to.
I think Mr. Couch gets rescued by Nathaniel, because I think Nathaniel was a true fan of our
Yeah.
podcast, and
Yeah. Yeah, go
um,
Nathaniel. Wait,
yeah.
Nice.
so
And now I have a new podcast, which is called, I don't know.
we
It
should
is
call
it.
No More Anarchy.
No, its purpose is to uh investigate and like sabotage every crime that the Anarchy podcast tries to commit. And it's me and Nathaniel and Craig
Yeah. I
working
like that
together.
Craig decided to not. I do.
Aw.
Hey, look, who is
Hey,
the one
I
that
was the
convinced
one
Craig
that I was
Yeah.
the one that rescued Craig. So
Oh no.
Craig loves me. Um
God.
yeah.
Oh, that's not how I imagined this ending, but it ended so well and so sad. Oh my god. Um, yeah,
Yep. That's
that one sure was Poltergeist.
that was
Wow.
Poltergeist.
Whew, okay.
Good stuff.
Also, I get Craig to fix it so that Pirate Radio, where our podcast is where ours is the only podcast, or the only true crime podcast on that frequency. Um, and it like interrupts whatever frequency their podcast is on.
Craig's a hacker.
Yeah, because Craig is a
I
hacker.
love Hacker Craig. Uh, I will say this is my first time playing this game where we've gotten one of the hit 6 in a stat endings.
What a great way to finish the whole thing. Love to be betrayed
Wow.
by my partner in crime right at the very end.
That was
Honestly, that was wild. Absolutely wild. Phew. Yeah, so we're only about 20 minutes off from the ending. So I think the plan in this instance, because there's not enough time to roll up
Yeah.
any kind of other heist, I think we're just gonna kind of talk. We guess we could talk a little bit more about the charity that we're fundraising for. So me go up here again. So yeah, so just again as a reminder, this whole entire weekend, the 72-hour stream, yeah, we're celebrating the second anniversary of the Roll Plus Bond server. But the intention for this is to also raise money for the Native American Rights Fund. This is the oldest and largest nonprofit legal organization. And they prioritize asserting and defending the rights of Indian tribes, organizations, and individuals throughout America. And they have 5 kind of key areas they look at, which is to preserve tribal existence, protect tribal natural resources, promote Native American human rights. They hold governments accountable to Native Americans and develop Native American law and educate the public about Native rights, laws, and issues. So we're encouraging people to donate to the fundraiser that we are putting on here. You can go to donate.rollplusbond.com, in which you can donate here. You can donate directly to the NARF. You can go to narf.org to find out more information about their mission, more details. But that's it for the Poltergeist crew, I think. I am, my name is Adam Silverstein. You can find me on Twitter at HawkWindRider. You can also find this game and the other game that I wrote, Sweet Peony, which is a 2-player game with where you tell vignettes about a person or object's life through the lenses of joy and sorrow. You can find that at those 2 games at hawkwindrider.itch.io. All right, throwing the ball to someone else.
All right. I'm Adela. You can find me on Twitter at Aredel, AREDHEL __. You can find the games that I write at flowerfay.itch.io. And you can support my Kickstarter for one of the games that I wrote at kickstarter.com/projects/Adela/wisp-RPG.
And I'm Anthony. You can find me on Twitter at Fool Inc. FOOLINC. And once again, don't have anything really to plug. So yeah, please back Adela and Adam's projects, as well as all the other great people on Roll Plus Bond that have projects that are being played today, and as well as the ones that are just been made over the past couple years.
Yeah.
Doing this anniversary podcast for the second one is kind of wild, and it's awesome that this time around we are playing more and more games just created by us. And by us I mean not me, but yeah,
Maybe one day.
if I somehow make a science experiment that actually becomes playable,
Ooh.
I might. I mean,
Sign me up.
you
At me,
probably
you know where
don't
to
want to
find
do that.
There are
Okay.
people who would be interested in that.
We'll talk later. All right.
All right.
Let's see if there's just check. Yep, we're good. We're good on donations.
Good on donations. Cool.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed Poltergeist. And the next game will be starting in about 18 minutes.
Yeah, this next one, Discord is a Kitchen Nightmares, should be absolutely bonkers. Definitely stick around for it. Until then, everyone have enjoy the rest of the stream.